Àbọrú, Àbọyè, Àbọṣíṣẹ ṣe Ògún àtọ̀ yín. Àbọrú, Àbọyè, Àbọṣíṣẹ Òṣogbo àtọ̀ yín. Grand Rising, welcome to another episode of, take this one. Welcome to another episode of ÌṢÄŠE for today. Move this one here. Ẹ káàárọ̀, ẹ kú ojúmọ́. Welcome to another episode of, just move it to the center. You have turned it. Welcome to another episode of ÌШÄŠE for today. Àbọrú, Àbọyè, Àbọṣíṣẹ àṣẹ Ògún àtọ̀ yín. Grand Rising, and welcome to another episode of ÌШÄШE for today. Àbọrú, Àbọyè, Iyanifa, how are we doing today? Ẹ kú ojúmọ́, ojúmọ́ ire, ojúmọ́ ayọ̀, ojúmọ́ ìdùnnú àti àlàáfíà ló máa jẹ́ fún gbogbo wa o, láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Grand Rising, and welcome to today. Please click, continue to click on your screen, continue to share, continue to click on your screen and share. We're going into another episode of ÌШÄШE for today, another teaching from the Odù Ifá. Odù Ifá mi la máa gbé yẹ̀wò lénìí. Odù Ifá, we are delving into another teaching of Ifá this morning, and we'll be touching on another ÌṢÄШE Ifá today. We'll be touching on another ÌШÄШE Ifá today. I'm doing great too, Iyanifa. Please keep clicking on your screen, keep sharing, keep reposting. Welcome to Prince Olowa. Ẹ káàárọ̀, ẹ kú ojúmọ́. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us wherever it is that you are streaming from today. Can I know where you are streaming from? Where are you joining us from today? Mboletin Gbomu wa leni. Jane Juma, Grand Rising, how are you doing? Joyce, Sylvia, ẹ káàárọ̀, ẹ kú ojúmọ́. Ojúmọ́ ire, ojúmọ́ ayọ̀, ojúmọ́ ìdùnnú àti àlàáfíà ló máa jẹ́ fún gbogbo wa níbi gbogbo tá a bá ti ń gbọ́ wa. Today is episode 3, season 3 of ÌШÄШE for today. Episode 3, season 3 of ԻШÄШE for today. This is the TikTok channel of Ifá College and the YouTube channel of Iyanifa Ewa. Thank you very much for joining us today. And I am your host, Olóyè Iyanifa Awobankefa, Chief Iyanifa Awobankefa, popularly known as Iyanifa Ewa. Mo kí yín láàárọ̀ yìí pé a kú ojúmọ́ o. Èní ni ọ̀sẹ̀ Ẹgbẹ́ àti ọ̀sẹ̀ Ògún. Àníkọ́lọ́sẹ̀ ó gbà ọ́ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Today is ọ̀sẹ̀ Ẹgbẹ́ and ọ̀sẹ̀ Ògún. Prince from Lagos, ẹ ṣé gan ni o. A kí yín, ẹ kú ojúmọ́. Ojúmọ́ ire, ojúmọ́ ayọ̀ ló máa jẹ́ fún gbogbo wa. Sumaya, thank you for joining us this morning. Today is ọ̀sẹ̀ Ògún and ọ̀sẹ̀ Ẹgbẹ́. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, ọlọ́sẹ̀ àgbà. Ògún will fight for us. Ògún will clear our path. Ògún will speak for us in places that we cannot be there. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ẹgbẹ́ ayé, ẹgbẹ́ ọ̀run, ẹgbẹ́ adúró tiwa, ẹgbẹ́ abáwa ṣe, láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Mena from Ontario, ẹ ṣé àdúpẹ́ o. Bukola, ojúmọ́ ire o, ó tójọ́ mẹ́ta o. Ojú tó rí yín gbó o, ẹ kújọ́ mẹ́ta o. Báwo làwọn ará ilé? Ẹ ṣé gan ni o, àdúpẹ́. Thank you so much for joining. A kú ètò lénìí. You're welcome. We're delving into another ÌШÄШE Ifá for today. Those of you that are joining us for the first time, I am confident to tell you that you are not just stumbling on this by chance. Your ancestors have led you to where you will get undiluted, unwatered down truth about Ifá, about ÌṢÄШE, African spirituality, about your roots, about your culture, about who you are, and how to connect to the identity of who you are. For those of you that have been attending the classes on Ifa Business School, please, in the comment section, just tell me in one word, what has your experience been? I've been receiving your assignment and I am blown away by the depth of how much we are uncovering in that class. Antonia Akinpelu, Ojumore, Ojumoayo. It's 12 a.m. on the East Coast. Yes, Eshegoni, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for staying awake. I've already told you, you are smiling with hope. Yes, I'm super grateful for that. Those of you on the Ifa Business School attending the classes at the moment, I am grateful to Olodumare that you are doing that for yourself. I'm receiving the responses and I'm glad that we are understanding where the missing links have been. I'm glad that we're able to take this opportunity to rewrite our foundation. I can't sleep without completing my assignment. Sumaya, thank you so much for that. We are rebuilding our financial foundation using the 16 major principles of Ifa, and I am grateful to Olodumare for being part of that success journey with you. If you haven't signed up at the Ifa Business School, please head over to ifacollege.ng. That's the website, ifacollege.ng. Click on the three lines on the top right corner. It will take you to the menu, register for it. We are about to rewrite our foundation, rewrite our financial foundation the way our ancestors did it to build generational wealth. Emphasis on, I'm not here to teach you another business principle or help you to make money or any shortcut and fast track. We are learning how our ancestors built generational wealth, sustainable wealth. We are rewriting the foundation, because if the foundation is messed up, everything we build on it will collapse. Little wonder that you heard about a lot of people while growing up who are, super wealthy, super influential, and before the end of life, everything ended. Some of them, shortly after they passed on from this life, their children had nothing to continue with. And people will say, oh, I left inheritance for my children. Inheritance is different from generational wealth. Inheritance is like you leave fish for your children. Generational wealth is like you give them an entire ocean and sea. And that is what we do at the Ifa College. So once again, I welcome you officially to Ifa College, where we teach you the undiluted, unwatered down truth about Ifa, about ԻΣΕΣΕ, about African spirituality, about our roots, our source, our foundation, our identity, and the people that we are. And going beyond just teaching you the Odù Ifá or the ÌΣΕΣΕ at Ifa College, I help you to unlearn the misconceptions and the lies that you have been told, and to learn the truth and the fact of who you are, and to relearn certain things that you used to know that you didn't know mattered. That's what we help you do here. And overall, I want to make sure that everything you are learning, you are able to appropriate it to your everyday life, because any knowledge that you cannot appropriate to life as you know it right now and make your life better and be profitable for you in this lifetime, it's as good as nothing. There is nothing we want to do with it. So welcome once again. This is ԻΣΕΣΕ for today, and every weekday, Mondays to Fridays, this program airs on the TikTok channel of Ifa College and the YouTube channel of Iyanifa Ewa TV. We pick one ΙΣΕΣΕ per day. ΙΣΕΣΕ are the verses of Ifa. Ifa is the words of Olodumare. So every day we gather here to say, Olodumare, what do you have for us today? Where are you guiding us to? Where are you directing us to? Remember, the two hashtags for this program says, my blessing is here now, ΙΣΕΣΕ it is done. Pauline Adebayo, ẹkú ọjọ́ mẹ́ta o, ṣé dáadáa ni gbogbo àwọn ará ilé o, ojú tó rí yín gbó, grand rising, how are you doing? So we know that now, we know that everything is already done, and we ask every morning for Olodumare to guide us through the words of Ifa. Dosumu, good morning, Ekaro, Ekujumo. For those of you on the global Ifa and ΙΣΕΣΕ community, what is the Odù Ifá for today? Odù Ifá wo là ń gbé yẹ̀wò lónìí? What Odù Ifá are we delving into today? Those of you that are in the community, you have seen it. You guys already know ahead of time. Pauline Eshegoni, thank you so much for that gift. Keep clicking on your screen, sharing, reposting, everything that you need to do to get this to as many people as possible. Eshegoni Adupe. Keep sharing. Eshegoni Adupe. What is the Odù Ifá for today? Odù Ifá wo la ń gbé yẹ̀wò lénìí? What Odù Ifá are we talking on today? What Odù Ifá are we delving into today? Have you seen the Odù Ifá in the community page? It was posted there this morning. If you are catching a replay of this video, every information you need will be in the description box below. If you need any help from Ifá, you need a divination, a reading, a consultation, you want to do your Itefa, your Ifá, you need a spiritual solution and guidance into life. You want to find out what's going on in this crazy world for you, or you need a divination about this new year. What does Ifá hold for you in this new calendar year? Just send a message to the WhatsApp number that will be shown on your screen right now. It will be pinned, and if you're catching a replay, it will be in the description box of that video. Odù Ifá wo la ń gbé yẹ̀wò lénìí o? What is the Odù Ifá for today? The WhatsApp number has been pinned on your screen. Don't forget to click on your screen as many times as you can to share and to like. Before we delve into our teaching, what is the first thing that we do? What is the first thing that we do? Is anybody out there? Odù Ifá tá ń gbé yẹ̀wò lénìí ni Odù Ifá Ògúndá Òfún. Odù Ifá Ògúndá Òfún. Can somebody write that in the comment section? Odù Ifá Ògúndá Òfún. Odù Ifá Ògúndá Òfún. Ògúndá Òfún is the Odù Ifá that we are delving into today. Can somebody write it in the comment section? Eshegoni. Eshegoni. Àbọrú, Àbọyè, Àbọṣíṣẹ. Ògúndá Òfún, thank you so much. Odù Ifá Ògúndá Òfún is the Odù Ifá we are delving into today. Is somebody out there? Odù Ifá Ògúndá Òfún Dosumu, thank you so much. Before we delve into our teaching, what's the first thing that we do? Kí la máa ń kọ́kọ́ fi bẹ̀rẹ̀ ètò tá a bá fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ètò ẹ̀kọ́ Ifá, ẹ̀yin ọmọ Ifá, kí la fi ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ ètò wa? What's the first thing that we do when we start? Àbọrú Àbọyè Ọ̀ṣun dára, Ọ̀ṣun dára. Mo ṣe Àbọrú, Àbọyè, Àbọṣíṣẹ fún yín. Iba is the first thing that we do. We give thanks to Olódùmarè. We give thanks to Olódùmarè. That's the first thing that we do. Just sit on that other chair. The first thing we do is to give thanks. Àkọ́kọ́ máa ṣe ìbà. Ìbà is what we do. Ìbà la kọ́kọ́ máa ṣe. Ẹ jẹ́ ká bọ́ sínú ìbà lénìí. Ká dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Elédùmarè. Ká dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àwọn ọ̀rúnmọlẹ̀. Ká dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àwọn tó ṣawo kù sẹ́yìn fún wa. Ká dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àwọn òrìṣà. Today is Ọ̀sẹ̀ Ògún and Ọ̀sẹ̀ Ẹgbẹ́, and we are going to make ìbà to all the orishas that we are giving our offerings to today. We are being grateful to them for standing by us, for playing their own part in this part of life for us. We acknowledge them, we recognize them, and we give honor to whom honor is due. Wọ́n ní àdáṣe ní hun mọ́, ìbà ò gbọ́dọ̀ hun ọmọ ènìyàn. When you do it alone, àdáṣe means doing it alone without recognizing and acknowledging the power that be. And if you do it alone, it will turn out the other way around. It will not turn out successfully. Òun ló ṣe ní àdáṣe ní hun mọ́, ìbà ò gbọ́dọ̀ hun ọmọ ènìyàn. Ìbà ò ní hun wá because we have gone ahead to give ìbà. Where are you located in Nigeria? If you need anything, send a message to the WhatsApp number that is pinned on your screen right now. Wọ́n ní ewúrẹ́ tó bá wọlé tí ò júbà, òun ló dẹrùn àmúso. The goat that enters without paying homage to the powers that be, to those that are in charge, that just enters into the house straight, is the one that ends up being tied up. Wọ́n ní àgùntàn tó bá wọlé tí ò júbà, òun ló dẹrùn àmúso. The sheep that enters into the house without paying homage is the one that ends up being used for sacrifice. Àwa ti wọlé àjúbà, Odidono kiba wa share. We have entered today and we have given homage. Definitely our Iba will be received with Ashe. The flash goal on TikTok today is the roses. 15 people to send in roses to help us meet our flash goal. Let's do that within the next 15 minutes. 15 people to send in roses. Let's do that in the next 2 minutes. We don't need 15 minutes for that. Let's do that in the next 2 minutes. Oh yeah, Jane Juma Eshe, thank you so much. Every other person on the live streaming, Pauline, thank you so much for that. Otideyan Meta, Bukola Eshe Gonio Adupe. Bukola, I really missed you here. Thank you so much for that. Oh yeah, 12 more people. Who else? Sumaya, Iyanifa, Oshundara, Mbonibugbawa, Eshe Goni. So they said as long as you have entered and paid your Iba, everything will work out for you. Dosumu Eshe, and that is why we will start by making our Iba. Akoda aye Asheba, Akoda aye Asheba, Asheba ti wáyé ọjọ́, Asheba ti wọ̀ oòrùn, Elédùmarè ọba tẹ́rẹrẹ kárí ayé, ọba tó lè ní Asheba, Aníkíbà wá ṣe ọ. Please call your sister. Òrọ̀mọ oníṣẹ́ fàyà tí Asheba, ọba tó lọ kọrin kése, ọba lánàá, ọba lẹ́ni, ọba títí ayérayé Asheba, Aníkíbà wá ṣe ọ. Ajagunmalé olúwo òde ọ̀run Asheba, olúbíkin ọ̀sán ìbíkin Asheba. Ẹ̀yin ìyá mi ọ̀pàkẹ́ àlàkẹ́, ẹ̀yin alágogo idẹ Asheba. Ẹ̀yin olókìkí òru, ẹ̀yin ìyá mi òṣòro mọ̀nìgà, ẹ̀yin ògbẹ́kún ọmọ ẹ̀ta tí wéré, ẹ̀yin atẹ̀dọ̀jòrò òǹró, ẹ̀yin arógbaṣọ má balẹ̀, ẹ̀yin arógbaṣọ má bòtan, ẹ̀yin ìyá mi atẹ̀dọ̀jòrò òǹró, ẹ̀yin apanimáyọ̀dà, ẹ̀yin tẹ́lẹ̀dùmarè gbélé ayé lé lọ́wọ́, ẹ̀yin abiyamọ ọlọ́jà gbọ̀rọ̀gbọ̀rọ̀, ẹ̀yin ògbẹ́kún ọmọ ẹ̀ta tí wéré Asheba, Asheba, Aníkíbà wá ṣe ọ. Lórígun mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin àgbáláyé ibi tá a ti ń ṣọ̀sẹ̀ lénìí, aṣọ̀sẹ̀ fún gbogbo àwọn òrìṣà. Èní lọ̀sẹ̀ Ògún, Ògún lákàyé ọ̀ṣì ìmọ̀lẹ̀, olómi nílé fẹ̀jẹ̀wẹ̀, òláṣọ nílé fi mọ̀ kí mọ̀ bóra, Asheba, Aníkíbà wá ṣe ọ. Ògún tó lànà fa lára, Ògún tó lànà fa jèrò, Aníkògún lànà fún wa, kíbà wá ṣe ọ. Ẹgbẹ́ ayé ẹgbẹ́ ọ̀run Asheba, èní lọ̀sẹ̀ ẹgbẹ́, bọ̀rọ̀ kíní ayé, bọ̀rọ̀ kíní ọ̀run Asheba, àní kí ẹgbẹ́ dúró tì wá, àní kí ẹgbẹ́ bá wa ṣe tiwa láṣẹ pé láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, àṣẹ músùmúsù ẹgbẹ́, àṣẹ àkíkà ẹgbẹ́, láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, àní kí ẹgbẹ́ dúró tì wá, kí ẹgbẹ́ bá wa ṣe, ká má ṣe lásán láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Níbi gbogbo tá a bá ti ń kó èso, tá a ti ń kó àdùn, tá a ti ń kó nǹkan tẹ́nu oúnjẹ, tá a ń kó fẹ́gbẹ́ lẹ́nu, láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, ayé wa sun dídùn, ayé wa sun dídùn, ayé wa sun dídùn, ayé mi àti yín á sun dídùn láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ẹgbẹ́ ayé ẹgbẹ́ ọ̀run á dúró tì wá, á bá wa ṣe láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Wọn ò ní dá sí wa lára, wọn ò ní dá wa dá, àní rìnrìn àjò yìí lásán, àní rìn pé tiwa nìkan, àwọn ẹgbẹ́ tó sì wá wá sáyé wọ́n á dúró tì wá, wọ́n á bá wa ṣe láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Gbogbo lọ́balọ́ba níjòyè níjòyè lórígun mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin àgbáláyé àwọn la ṣèbà fún, Aníkíbà wá ṣe ọ. Níbi gbogbo tí a bá ti wà ní ilẹ̀ káàárọ̀ òjíire, tọ́ba ti ń jọba, tíjòyè ti ń jẹ́jòyè láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, àní kí adé pẹ́ lórí wọn, àní kí ìrùkẹ̀rẹ̀ pẹ́ lọ́wọ́ wọn, àní kí bàtà pẹ́ lẹ́sẹ̀, káṣẹ pẹ́ lẹ́nu, kí ìlú má torí tiwọn tú láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ajíbọ́lá mi ògbódò ọ̀rà, Ajíbọ́lá ẹ̀dán, Àbẹ̀ní ìyá mi, onílé Asheba, 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 Aníkíbà wá ṣe ọ. Mo ṣe bá gbogbo onílé, mo ṣe bá gbogbo ọmọ onílé, látòrí olúwo títí dórí ìyá àbíyè, dórí àwọn balógun, àwọn lísà, àwọn apènà, láì dẹ́ni nǹkan sí Asheba, Aníkíbà wá ṣe ọ. Gbogbo babaláwo, gbogbo Iyanifa, gbogbo bàbá lórìṣà, gbogbo ìyá lórìṣà, gbogbo àpẹ̀tẹ̀bí, gbogbo àwọn eléwé ọmọ, gbogbo àwọn oníṣègùn, gbogbo àwa tá à jókòó tá à ń ṣiṣẹ́ ẹrún mọlẹ̀, mo ṣèbà fún gbogbo wa ọ, mo ní kíbà wá ṣe ọ. Àṣèbà orí, àṣèbà ẹlẹ́dàá, àṣèbà lọ́kọ̀ tó wà wá wá sáyé, bàbá àti ìyá wa, àṣèbà wọn, àwọn tó wà pẹ̀lú àwọn tó ti rebi àgbáre, Àṣèbà, Aníkíbà wá ṣe ọ. Àṣèbà egúngún, àṣèbà àwọn aláṣẹkù, àwọn tó ṣàwò kù sẹ́yìn fún wa, àṣèbà wọn, àwọn tó tẹ ìlú yìí ló, àwọn tó wá káwa tó wá, àwọn tó ṣe káwa tó ṣe, àwọn tó ní ká máa ṣáwó, àwọn tó fi ẹ̀mí àti ara wọn tí wọ́n fi jà fún awo, Àṣèbà, Aníkíbà wá ṣe ọ. Ẹ̀yin aláṣẹkù, àṣèbà yín o, àwa béèrè pé kẹ́ ẹ bá wa ṣe tiwa láṣepé, a béèrè pé kẹ́ ẹ kún wa lọ́wọ́, kẹ́ ẹ má dá wa dá láṣẹ Èdùmàrè kí bá wa ṣẹ ọ lórígun mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin àgbáláyé níbi gbogbo tí ojú ti ń wò mí báyìí mo ṣe bá orí yín mo ṣe bá ẹlẹ́dàá yín àṣeyé ìpa Ifá o àṣeyé ìpa Odù àtúntì fún afẹ́ bọ́ sínú ẹ̀kọ́ Ifá mi ìlénìí láṣẹ Èdùmàrè ọgbọ́n ìmọ̀ àti òye tí Ifá ní tó wà nínú Ifá òun ló máa jẹ́ tiwa Odù Ifá Ògúndá Òfún lodù Ifá tá a máa gbé yẹ̀wò ire tó wà ń bẹ̀ ọlá tó wà ń bẹ̀ ọlà tó wà ń bẹ̀ oore tó wà ń bẹ̀ àìkú tí ń ṣe baálé ọrọ̀ tó wà ń bẹ̀ òun ló máa jẹ́ tèmi àti yín láṣẹ Èdùmàrè àní ṣe lásán Ifá ti gbé àwọn ará iwájú Ifá gbé wá ìṣẹ̀ṣe ti gbé àwọn ará iwájú ìṣẹ̀ṣe á gbé wá àní ṣe lásán àdẹ̀yìn dáṣe bá a ṣe ń fi tí ọ̀tún gbọ́ á máa dénú wa á máa dodindini á dire síbẹ̀ á di ọlá á di ọlà á di ìlera ìgbéga ìlera pípé àti àìkú tí ń ṣe baálé ọ̀rọ̀ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè àṣẹ àṣẹ àṣẹ. Ẹ ṣé gan ni a dúpẹ́ o. For those of you that are just joining us, our flash goal on TikTok today is roses, and we have 15 roses, 5 down and 10 more to go. So as you are joining in and you're supporting, send in your roses to support us. In your mewa, we need 10 more people to meet that flash goal for today. Tunde ẹ ṣé gan ni, Pauline ẹ ṣé gan ni a dúpẹ́ o, thank you so much. Aunty Lande mo kí yín o, ẹ kú ojúmọ́, ojúmọ́ ire, ojúmọ́ ayọ̀, ojúmọ́ ìdùnnú àti àlàáfíà ló máa jẹ́ fún yín láàárọ̀ yìí o, láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ẹ ṣé gan ni o, we need 10 more people to send in roses on TikTok. 10 more people. Èèyàn mẹ́wàá, okay. Àti ní 7 more people báyìí, 7 more people. Èèyàn méje ló kù báyìí. Èèyàn méje ló kù báyìí. Ajé á dúró tì yín, ajé á bá yín ṣe. Ibi tẹ́ ẹ ti ń mú jáde, àbùjí ní tolókun, àbùjí ní tọlọ́sà, àbùjí ló máa jẹ́ fún yín láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ajé will replace it in multiple folds in the places that you need it exactly. Lájẹ́ ti máa bá yín ṣe. Túndé of good life láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. That good life will be yours. Àwọn tó láyé àwọn tó nílẹ̀ wọ́n á fi ṣe nírọ̀rùn fún wa o láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. We still need 7 more people to send in their roses. Adúpẹ́ ẹ ṣé. Welcome to Àṣẹ for Today episode 3 of season 3. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè ní ṣe lásán. Queen B, thank you so much for that. Odù Ifá tá ń gbé yẹ̀wò lénìí ni Odù Ifá Ògúndá Òfún. Odù Ifá Ògúndá Òfún. Pinnacle Digital, ẹ ṣé gan ni o, àdúpẹ́. Òṣùndára, thank you so much for that. We need 4 more people. What does Ọbàtálá do? Ọbàtálá is an Òrìṣà. If you want to know about Ọbàtálá, please either head over to my YouTube channel, Iyanifa Ewa TV, and watch the video where we spoke about Ọbàtálá, Iyanifa Ewa TV on YouTube. Or you go to ifacollect.ng and actually register for Orisha studies, where you learn about the different Orishas, the energies they represent, and how you can appropriate them in everyday life. 3 more people to send in their roses. Can somebody post the WhatsApp number on the screen? Ẹ ṣé gan ni. Odù Ifá Ògúndá Òfún. Ògúndá Òfún. Who can write the code or the symbol, the figure number of Ògúndá Òfún in the comment section? 3 more people to send in their roses. Ẹ ṣé àdúpẹ́ o, Ifá gbé wa o, àní ṣe lásán. Help us meet our goal so that the algorithm can push this live streaming to more and more people. Queen B, Esther, thank you so much. Grand Rising, ẹ ṣé àdúpẹ́. Tojuwa, thank you for joining us this morning. Odù Ifá Ògúndá Òfún. Ògúndá Òfún. Until Andy, I was expecting you to write that. Ẹ ṣé gan ni. Odù Ifá Ògúndá Òfún is 1112 and 2121. Ẹ ṣé gan ni. Odù Ifá Ògúndá Òfún. Òṣùndára, thank you so much for that. 3 more different people to send in their roses. I was going to ask if you had a school, been getting messages to start learning spiritually. Oh yes, this is Ifa College. That's actually what we do there. Pauline Adebayo, ifacollege.ng is the website of the school. 3 more people to send in their roses. Oh, ẹ ṣé o, we have about 1 or 2 minutes to go. Odù Ifá Ògúndá Òfún. As usual, I am reading from the manuscript of the sacred text of Ifa. So Ifa College is putting together a text, and it is the Odù Ifás, the compilation of the 256 Odù Ifás. People would always ask, why do we need another compilation? There are so many ones around. Trust me, I'm not about to duplicate what is already there. Ifa College is stressing on the fact that Ifa goes beyond just reciting the Odus, either in Yoruba or English or whatever language it is. The original Yoruba text is written there, translated into modern day English. Now, if we go beyond that in this sacred text of Odu, we pick every Ifa and we break down the lessons and the blessings in that Ifa, because Ifa is all about wisdom, all about knowledge, instructions and directions. We go beyond that to list out the different areas where you can appropriate the knowledge of this Ifa in your everyday life, because what's the essence of learning anything if I cannot appropriate it into my present day life? Like, if it doesn't make sense in my life and I cannot use it to make my life better, it's just another newspaper that anybody is reading. But Ifa is not that. Is that okay? So we pick out the lessons and the blessings, how to appropriate it. Then the Iwure that goes with that Ifa, Iwure is prayers. That is what the sacred text of the of Ifa from Ifa College is. We are still putting it together and it's in process of printing, but you can head over to the website ifacollege.ng. Top right corner, click on the 2 lines, 3 dots there, and you will see sacred text of Ifa. You can pre-order, so that once it is out, you'll be one of the first set of people to be alerted to receive your own copy. 2 more people to send in their roses, please. If you don't meet it, it's like the effort of every other person has gone to vain. Last year, Iyanifa, our efforts will not go to vain. So 2 more people to send in their roses on TikTok so that we can meet that live goal. Pauline said, can I start today? The best time you were supposed to start was at the time when you were born. You were supposed to have started learning Ifa from birth, and the best next time is today, like right now. Thank you so much, Pauline Adebayo. We need 2 more different people. Odù Ifá for today is Ògúndá Òfún. I will be reading from the manuscript, Yoruba first, translated in English, and then we would complete our teaching. Ògúndá Òfún says, Ògúndá fohùn fólóhùn. Bí o kò bá fohùn fólóhùn, ìjà gidi ni yóò fi gbà lọ́wọ́ rẹ. Agbára kárakára ni yóò fi gbà, ìjà gidigidi. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ kọ́ ni mo fi wọ ilé rẹ. Adífá fún òrìnà tí yóò ṣe èrò wọ ilé ọ̀kánjúà. Wọ́n ní kí ó rúbọ, kí ó má ṣe fi ìní rẹ̀ ṣòfò nílé ọ̀kánjúà. Wọ́n ní kó rúbọ, kí ohun ìní rẹ̀ má ṣe gbé sí ọwọ́ ọ̀kánjúà, baálé àwọn olè. Ẹbọ tán ní kó rú, àgbébọ̀ adìyẹ, ẹgbẹ̀fà owó àti ewé ifá. Wọ́n ní ká gún ewé tàágìrì, ewé ẹṣin wàrà àti ọṣẹ ẹgbẹ̀fà pọ̀, kí ó mu kó sì fi wẹ̀ láti orí délẹ̀. Àbọrú, Àbọyè, Àbọṣíṣẹ. Let me go through that again. Ògúndá Òfún, Ògúndá fohùn fólóhùn. Bí o kò bá fohùn fólóhùn, ìjà gidi ni yóò fi gbà lọ́wọ́ rẹ. Agbára kárakára ni yóò fi gbà lọ́wọ́ rẹ, ìjà gidigidi. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ kọ́ ni mo fi wọ ilé rẹ. Adífá fún òrìnà tí ó ṣe èrò wọ ilé ọ̀kánjúà. Wọ́n ní kí ó gbẹ́bọ, kí ohun ìní rẹ̀ má ṣe gbé sí ọwọ́ ọ̀kánjúà, baálé olè. Ẹbọ tán ní kó rú, àgbébọ̀ adìyẹ, ẹgbẹ̀fà owó àti ewé ifá. Àágùn ewé tàágìrì, ewé ẹṣin wàrà àti ọṣẹ ẹgbẹ̀fà pọ̀, kí ó sì mú fi wẹ̀ láti orí dé ilẹ̀. Ogbó atọ́, àsúre ìwòrìwò fún. Adífá fún òrìnà, kí ló sọ pé ó máa ṣẹlẹ̀? Wọ́n ló máa rìnrìn àjò lọ sílé ọ̀kánjúà. Wọ́n ní kó rúbọ pé ilé ọ̀kánjúà yẹn wàá wọbẹ̀, wàá dúró síbẹ̀, àmọ́ kọ̀kánjúà má bàa gba ohun ìní tiẹ̀ mọ́ tiẹ̀. Òun ni Ifá ń sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí. Mrs. O Forever, ẹ kú ojúmọ́, ẹ káàárọ̀. Our flash goal is roses. We have 2 more roses to go. Mrs. O Forever, help us, or help our ministry this morning. Amazing. Please send in your roses for the day. Solution, Eshegoni. We are super grateful. We are grateful for that. Eshegoni, Adupe. The live goal has ended, and we are grateful for everybody that supported. Now, the English translation of that essay. Ògúndá, give the property to the rightful owner. Give the property to the rightful owner. If you do not give the property to the rightful owner, it will be taken from you by force. With fierce quarrel and struggle, it will be taken from you. I did not enter into your house with any intention of conflict. So why would you take what is mine away from me? Ifá divination was cast for Orino, the traveler who was going to lodge in the house of Okonjua, a greedy and covetous landlord. He was told to perform sacrifice so that his belongings will not be seized by the greedy host. The sacrifice prescribed was 1 hen, 60,000 cowries, and Ifá leaves, Tagiri leaves, Eshinwara leaves, and black soap mixed together. The mixture is supposed to be used for a ritual bath from head to toe. Àbọrú, Àbọyè, Àbọṣíṣẹ. 2 things are very significant in this Odù Ifá for today. Please keep clicking on your screen, keep sharing, keep reposting, and thank you so much for joining. The WhatsApp number is pinned on your screen right now. In case you need a divination, you have a personal question to ask, you want to buy spiritual and herbal products, you want to speak to me directly, and every other thing in between. Ògúndá Òfún is an Amúlù of Ògúndá and Òfún. Eshegoni. Odù tó jáde ní ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ Yorùbá nation was Ogbe Gbohùnfolóhùn. Ogbe Òfún nìyẹn. This one is Ògúndá Òfún. Eshegoni, thank you for your comment. Ògúndá Òfún is your Odù for today. Now, 2 things are very clear. 1, Ifá says, give this item, this property, to the rightful owner. To the rightful owner. That's 1. Secondly, prevent your own thing from being wrongfully taken away from you. You see, one thing I love about Ifá, and I will keep stressing, is Ifá stresses on responsibility and accountability. Is somebody there? Ifá stresses on responsibility and accountability. The part of this Odù that speaks of being accountable is the part that says, return whatever it is that you have to the rightful owner. There is no Odù Ifá, there is no way we can speak about Ifá that we will skip those 2 principles, being responsible and being accountable. And that is what religion has skipped. Is somebody there? I said you guys should move closer so I won't have to be calling like this. Come and turn this off. Thank you. You cannot speak about Ifá without talking about being accountable and being responsible. And those are the 2 major things that religion has skipped. Religion pushes the responsibility of everything on other people. It has to either be God or the devil or your village people or something. Everything has to be about somebody else. You are always the last person to be responsible in every situation. It keeps the concept of being accountable, because whatever it is you do right now, you can always run to God to forgive you, and they tell you that all things have passed away, everything becomes new, it's just as if it never happened. It's a lie. In fact, there are some religions that will give you the permission to ask for forgiveness before you do what you want to do. Astaghfirullah for what I'm about to say. You are already asking for forgiveness for something you are going to do. Zero accountability. When you know you will need to be held accountable, when you know that thing is wrong, why ever saying it? But when you come to Ifá, Ifá makes you understand that you are accountable and you are responsible. And just that thought alone, just that concept alone, keeps you going through life making the right choices. Which is why I said in Ifa, we don't need a set of rules and regulations. Thou shalt not do this, thou shalt not do that. At every point, ask yourself, this thing I'm about to do, what is going to be the effect of it? How is it going to affect my life? When I am being held accountable, what will my side of the story be? The next thing that is going to happen, I'm responsible for it. We look at every situation and we ask, what part have I played? How am I responsible for it? How is my father responsible? How are the people that I'm in business with responsible for this? You look around and find who is responsible and you fix it. You are not shifting blame on anybody. Which is why in Ifa, you don't sit down and say, if God is God, if God loves us, why are people all over the world suffering? People all over the world are not suffering because Elédùmarè loves them or does not love them. People all over the world are going through different predicaments because some people made certain choices, and those are the effects of those choices. Simple as ABC. So the moment you realize that the life you are living right now, the quality of life you are living right now, is based on the choices that your ancestors made, you will make better choices for your children. And some people are like, I don't care, I'm going to make my choice in this life. Once I'm gone, I'm gone. Let everybody face it. There is something called reincarnation. So, newsflash, you are still going to come back into this world, and you will come to sleep on the bed that you laid 2 generations ago. Is waiting for you. Yorùbá ní àṣepamọ́ ló wà, kò sáṣegbé kankan níbì kankan. Àṣepamọ́ ni, you are doing it and they are keeping it for you. You are sweeping it under the rug. In your mind, nobody can see. Your rug is heaping up. The day your rug becomes a mountain, ìwọ ló máa fẹsẹ̀ kọ́ tó máa ṣubú. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, àní ṣubú ara, àní ṣubú ẹ̀mí. Ifa says responsibility and accountability. If you start practicing that, if you go through life with that in your mind, you will make better choices. The employer will treat their employee better. The leaders will treat the citizens better. The doctors at the hospital will offer better services. The law enforcement will offer better services. You as a citizen, you will make better choices. So to answer the popular question, can Ifa fix the problem of this country? If Ifa was that good, why didn't he fix the problem? Ifa has already given you the principles to fix the problem. The question is, are you playing your part? Am I playing my part? The Odù Ifá Ògúndá Òfún said it. He says, Ògúndá, give the property to the rightful owner. Ògúndá gbé ohun f'Ọlọ́hun, kọ́wọ́ ẹ bá lè fúyẹ́. If you do not give it to the rightful owner, somebody is coming to take it away from you too, and it's going to be with force and with violence. But pé wọn ò ní gbà yẹn, irọ́ ló pa, irọ́ tó jìnnà sóòótọ́ ni. Those are the 2 things that you need to note. The 2 things that you need to note. Now, let's go into the lessons and the blessings of this Odù. Ifa says, property must be respected and greed leads to conflict. Now, let's go back to that story. Orino is a traveler. Orino was going on a journey. And on that journey, he's going to a strange land. Somebody will need to accommodate him on that journey. Please keep clicking on your screen, keep sending in your likes, keep sending in the hearts. We love you. Keep sending it in. As you do, you are teaching the algorithm that this content is good content and other people can see it on their FYP. And by that, we are getting more and more people to know the knowledge of Ifa, because it's not only about us. So every other person is also making a decision. And if they are making decision from the place of ignorance, at the end of the day, ripple effect, so as to make everybody on the same scale of knowledge is why we are doing this. So the least you can do is support by clicking right on your screen and sending in your hearts, your gifts, your, everything you can do to support this. Eshegoni. Orino was traveling and he was going to lodge in somebody's house. Ifa says he will lodge in the house of Okonjua, What's the English word for ọ̀kánjúà? For those of you that understand Yoruba, àwọn wo ló máa ń pè ní ọ̀kánjúà? I'm driving at a point here that I need you to note. Ọmọ Yorùbá, ẹ ṣé gan ni for that gift. Ifá gbè wá o, ìṣẹ̀ṣe á gbè wá. What is the meaning of ọ̀kánjúà? Who are the people? Àwọn wo ló máa ń pè ní ọlọ́kánjúà nílẹ̀ Yorùbá? Ọ̀kánjúà, who are they? They are the greedy people, long throats, greedy people, people that want to take and take. I think God and the one that is not theirs, they just want to keep taking. Thank you so much for that gift. Ungrateful people. Àwọn aláìmoore ni ungrateful people. Aláìmoore is ungrateful people. Ọ̀kánjúà, they are greedy people. Long throats, they just want to continue taking. Now, Ifá said that Orino was going to be hosted in the house of Ọ̀kánjúà. The question you might ask is, Ọ̀kánjúà is a greedy person. Why does Ifá want Orino to go and be lodged in his house? That's life. This life is filled with different people. You cannot say, oh, in this life, I only want to meet good people. I only want to meet good people. You will meet people, even good people, you will meet them at a point in their life when they are not good. Because everybody has two sides working together, side by side. Méjì báyìí òun l'Elédùmarè dálé ayé. Is that okay? Ifá says he was going to go there. But Ifá gave Orino a warning. You see that house you will go to, they will house you there, they will take care of you, they will be nice to you, because what do greedy people do? They don't come to you directly and say, I'm going to take everything away from you. They will make you feel comfortable. They will make you feel at home. They will make you feel relaxed until you feel so comfortable that you do not pay attention to your things. They will now take it. And this ọ̀kánjúà, Ifá calls ọ̀kánjúà, let's scroll up to Yoruba. Ifá calls ọ̀kánjúà baálẹ̀ olè, baálẹ̀ olè, baálẹ̀ olè. Baálẹ̀ is the chief and the head. Olè is thief, the chief of the thief. That's ọ̀kánjúà. Thank you so much. Ajé will replenish you. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Baálẹ̀ olè ni o. But when you go into the house of olè, of a thief, ìgárá ọlọ́ṣà, tẹ́ ẹ bá wọlé wọn, they are not going to tell you, oh, I'm a thief, come here, I want to steal your property. No, they will make you feel comfortable. They are always the greatest hosts. They are the nicest people, but they have hidden agenda. Ifá sent Orino there to experience great hosting, to experience a loving environment, because ọ̀kánjúà will do that. But Ifá guided Orino away from the wrong part of it. Now, that is the way life operates. You see, everything in life is two. Ifá says, méjì báyìí òun la dálé ayé. Everything in life is in twos. There is this side and there is this side. That's the first lesson that your children will learn at the Ifá studies for children. We will tell them to look at their hand like this. Look at your palm, look at here. You see the difference in the texture, in the color, in everything, but it is together. You cannot go out with your palm and leave this other part of your hand. That's the same way everything in life is existing. So you cannot entirely say, I only want to meet good people. There is nobody that is good. There is nobody that is good all day, every day for the rest of their life on this planet. There is no situation that is all good. Everything comes with those two sides. So Ifá says, as you are going through life, enjoy the good side and keep yourself from the other side. Enjoy the good side and keep yourself from the other side. Yes, that's my number, the number pinned on the screen. I just pinned it now. Mrs. O Forever posted the number. Chief Iyanifa Ewa. That's the WhatsApp number. You can send it. Oh, we pinned it. Kilo Shellel. Let me see. Okay. The number has been pinned on your screen again. Life is about balance. But the instructions of Ifá will teach you how to get the good side of everything and how to avoid the other side of it. That's the way it is. And you come to Ifá with that understanding. As you make your divination, maybe you want to travel, you want to relocate, you want to go to a new place. You ask Ifá, this new place I'm going, is it okay for me? Ifá will tell you all the blessings there. Ifá will tell you to make Ebo and Etutu to guide you from the other side of it, because there is always another side. You want to choose a partner. Ifa says, oh, this person is good for you. This person is great for you. This person has their own other side. Ifa tells you to make a tutu and able to guide you from the other side. But a lot of you are in the habit of, especially when the question you want to ask is just yes or no. Should I do this? Should I not do it? Kò sí Odù Ifá kankan tá a dà tí ò ní yọ ẹbọ àti ètùtù. Kí Elédùmarè má jẹ́ ká dáfá tí ò ní yọ ẹbọ. Àdúrà babaláwo nìyẹn. There is no Odù Ifá that is cast that doesn't have his own Ebo and Etutu. May we never divine and cast Ifá that will not give us Ebo and Etutu. That is the prayer of every Ifá priest and priestess. The Ebo and the Etutu is to guide you from the other side of that thing, that experience, that movement. Is to guide you from the other side, because meji la dali aye, everything is working together in twos. So you just come to say, no, Iyanifa, all I just want to know is that, is it Lagos that is good or Kano? All I just want to know is that, is it Segun that is good or Femi? All I just want to know is that, am I supposed to have a baby now or later? All I want to know is that, should I travel today or tomorrow? Whichever day you travel, it's going to come with its own sides of it, whichever way you choose to do it. The one that is better, Ifa will let you know. And then Ifa would also tell you what to do to avoid the other side of that same thing. It is religion that tells you that the perfect will of God comes with, the blessings of God comes with joy and no sorrow, or something like that. Something like that. And the blessings of God giveth freely and added no sorrow, or something. Please, who remembers that quotation? The blessings of God gives blessing and does not add sorrow, or something like that. That's a lie. No, that is a lie. If anybody is inviting you to Ifa to say that, you come to Ifa, you are going to enjoy blessings without any challenge, is a lie. We don't give you unrealistic expectations here. Let me just tell you that. Every decision in life, make it rich and added no sorrow. Ẹṣé gan ni. Àfikún ọgbọ́n ìmọ̀ àti òye Bùkọ́lá, ẹṣé gan ni. Make it rich and added no sorrow. Irọ́ ni. I tell people, the moment you are praying, people that are trying to conceive are praying for children. Oh God, let me have children. Oshun Shengeshe, let me have children. The moment you pray and that child is born, and there is a birth date for that child, there is also a date to be unalive for that human person. The moment you ask for birth date for anything, you have also asked for the day that thing will be unalive and terminated. It works in twos. Nobody kneels down to say, oh God, give them a child so that the child will be born and the child will pass. But it works together. Once you have received this, you have received the other side. Àdúrà táwa ìwúre tá máa ń ṣe, the prayer we pray is that may the date of unalive not come fast. May they fulfill their purpose on life before they go. But when they go, they will go. Because once you come, you will go. If you are asking for love, I want a man that is God-fearing, that will love me, that will worship my feet, that will be good in bed, that will give me money, that will be intelligent. The moment you find love, you have also found misunderstanding and quarrel. They work side by side. Love and war, they work side by side. They are together. So when Ifa is directing you to love, Ifa will give you a bow and a tutu and warning to guide you against that other side, because they work together. So if you are thinking, oh, when Ifa chooses a man for me, there is not going to be challenges, go back to church where they were lying to you. Go back to mosque where they were lying to you. Here, ọ̀rọ̀ mélòó la fẹ́ sọ fún ẹ tá fẹ́ purọ́. Nírọ́ kankan tá máa pa. That's the way life is. And that is exactly what Ifa was telling Orino here. Ifa says, you will go to the house of Okonjua, the greedy one, the chief of the thieves. Okonjua will house you. But make this ebo so that he will not take your property away from you, because that's the end goal of Okonjua's likeness. So you can go into somewhere and enjoy the benefit of that thing and make ebo and etu to sacrifice and appeasement to guide you against the other side of it. It is left to you. So 2026, we are going into this year to telling ourselves that ire tó wà ńbẹ̀, ore tó wà ńbẹ̀, ọlá tó wà ńbẹ̀, ọlà tó wà ńbẹ̀, ìdùnnú tó wà ńbẹ̀, ìṣẹ́gun tó wà ńbẹ̀, ayọ̀ tó wà ńbẹ̀, àìkú tí ń ṣe baálé ọ̀rọ̀, òun ló máa jẹ́ tiwa. Gbogbo ìdààmú, gbogbo wàhálà, gbogbo àìríná, gbogbo àìrílò, gbogbo àìsàn, a máa gbé ẹbọ fún èṣù. Èṣù á bá wa gbé fún gbogbo àjogún, wọ́n máa gbé lọ. That is the way it is. In 2026, all the blessings and the goodness and the upliftment and the long life and the protection and everything, we will bring it to ourselves. We also recognize that there are other parts of that year too, that includes all the negative things. Who are the ones that handle negative things? Àwọn àjogún. Who takes care of àwọn àjogún? Èṣù. If you have not watched my video, àwọn ìyá mi, Èṣù and àjogún, go to our YouTube channel, Iyanifa Ewa TV on YouTube. Scroll down, you will find their video. Watch it and understand how these things work. Everything you call negative in this life, Olódùmarè ló dá. Olódùmarè created everything. In Ifa, there is no God created good, Satan created evil, and the two of them are fighting in war. That is a very disrespectful story, if anybody would ask me. It's an insult on the identity of the person that you claim is the divine and supreme being, in war with somebody over what? I don't understand, but that's not what happens here. Olódùmarè created everything as a balance and told us how to take care of them and handle them. Ajoguns are the negative forces. Èṣù is the one that... Wow, you have watched my live streaming for 400 minutes. Oh my goodness, who's that? Big Mama. Wow, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Ẹ ṣé àdúpẹ́ o. Ẹ̀yin la mama bá, àwa náà lẹ mama rí wọn ní fẹlòmí ìṣẹ́yìn o. Ọgbọ́n ìmọ̀ àti òye tẹ́ ẹ̀ ń kọ́ nínú ẹ̀kọ́ Ifá yìí láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Á dirun á dìgbà fún yín láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ẹ ní ṣe lásán. Ẹ ní ṣe lásán. Àdúpẹ́ ẹ ṣé. So that is what Ifá teaches us. We will give everything to Èṣù. Èṣù will give it to the Ajogun, and the Ajogun will leave us alone and go. You understand? That is your responsibility. So if you are looking for a way out of life, I just want everything to be smooth. I just want everything to be, is not realistic. Follow the instruction of Ifá. My Iya keeps us here, and we are thankful for you both. Ẹ ṣé gan ni o. Those of you from Iyanifa Owini, I'm super grateful that you guys are here. We thank Olódùmarè and our ancestors that we are all learning together. So he was told to perform sacrifice, and he was out, apart from the sacrifice, two things. He was told to give sacrifice, hen and cowrie shells. And then Ewe Ifá was made for him. Ewe Tagiri, Eshinwara leaves, and black soap was mixed together, and he was asked to use it to take a bath before he went on that journey. He was asked to give Ebo and Etutu. He was also asked to use spiritual products. He was also asked to use spiritual products. So you see the way it is. When we are telling you to make Ebo and Etutu and we are selling spiritual products, some of you will say, that spiritual product, I don't really like it. My skin is too delicate. Wait on, ma. Wait on, ma. When you enter into the house of Okonjua, and Okonjua carries all your property away, you will see that people that have problem in life, skin can glow. You will realize that there is more to life than glowing skin. And talking about ballet, skin man glow. I cannot use it. It makes me feel a certain kind of way. There are different spiritual products. If your skin is allergic to something, just tell us. My skin is allergic to snail shell and cowrie shell. We will find another recipe for the same item that does not include what you are allergic to. Trust me, for every single spiritual formula, there are thousands of recipes to achieve that same result. All of these things have their own place. Ifá was the one that directed Orino to the house of Okonjua to experience good hosting. Who are you referring to? Please continue to follow the teaching. I don't know who you are talking about. There are so many who in this conversation. Is that okay? So he told him to go there and experience good hosting, experience a nice environment, warned him against the negativity that will come from there. Grand Rising, I am John Wick. I see you. Thank you so much. And then to give Ebo to guide him against his property being taken. And he was also told to wash with spiritual products to keep him away from the negative side of it. So as you are going through life every day, remember there is the positive and the negative. What have you done to prepare yourself for this life, for this year, against the negativities that might come? The lessons and the blessings. The first lesson Ifa wants us to learn here, Ifa says property must be respected and greed leads to conflict. We have explained that. When ownership is ignored, force and quarrel will follow. When ownership is ignored. This is the legal part of Ifa that we are about to delve into. The legal part of Ifa. I want bids for cash out. What are you cashing out from? What job are you doing that you need to cash out? What is your job description? I think you need to be clear about it. So if we know your job description, we'll be able to tell you the required spiritual work and spiritual products to help you. Everybody is cashing out. Real estate people are cashing out. Entrepreneurs are cashing out. Teachers are cashing out. Politicians are cashing out. Which one are you doing that you want to cash out from? You need to be specific so that we can know the particular product that Ifa says to help us. Ògúndá Bede is not even what he's talking about. Ògúndá Bede oni kéèyàn lọ jalè. For those of you that have been listening to the wrong side of Ifa, tó sọ fún yín pé Odù Ifá Ògúndá Bede, Odù Ifá olè. Ògúndá Bede oni kéèyàn jalè. Ògúndá Bede is Odù Ifá for Ifá. Ifá ló fa ire wá, ire téèyàn ò ṣiṣẹ́ fún, wọ́n máa fa ore wá fún yàn. The things you cannot afford, you get them free. You reap out of the extra harvest of people around you. That is Ògúndá Bede. Ògúndá Bede is not Odù Ifá for stealing. So if you say you are going to pick what is not yours, and you say you are born of the Ògúndá Bede, ìgárá ọlọ́ṣà ni ẹ́, olè ni ẹ́, bàràwò ni ẹ́, wọ́n dẹ̀ ní tílẹ̀ bá mọ́, wọ́n máa kó yín mọ́ ọlọ́ṣà. Kí Elédùmarè má jẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ fi ṣòkòtò péńpé kẹ́ ẹ fi roko ọba. Ṣóyè yín. You do online work. Me too, I'm doing online work. Ifa College is online. People that are selling shoe and bag is online. What exactly are you doing online? We need to be specific. People that sing and dance on TikTok is online work too. People that teach is online work too. Is that okay? So which one exactly are you doing? Ifa says here, when ownership is ignored, force and quarrel will follow. When ownership is ignored. I told you, and I've said it before, you probably heard it a million times. Ifa is a compilation of global and universal knowledge. Ifa contains everything. Ifa contains everything. Now, this is the legal part of Ifa we are going into. Ownership for a thing has to be established. Ownership for a thing has to be established. Is that okay? Whatever it is you are owning in assets, in property, in business, let it be established as it aligns with the law of that environment where you are operating. You and somebody are buying property. They use the amount to tell you, this house, this land, from here to there is your own. From here to there is your own. No, don't worry, and you two are rejoicing. You have given them money. You have to define it. Ifa says, apply wisdom when it comes to ownership. Because if the ownership of a thing is not established, if it is ignored, quarrel and fight and force will come. Everybody will fight for is mine, is not mine. And this goes to those of you that are in love. Those of you that have fallen in love. Those of you that is carrying love is blind. You have used, what's it called? To choke the eyes of your love. I don't understand how you want to walk in love that doesn't have eyes, but it's okay. Your love is blind. When you people are buying property together, don't let the legal part of that also be blind. Both of you are blindly in love, we understand. Employ the services of a lawyer that can still see, and let them make good legal decisions for you on that property you are about to own. We recognize that both of you are blind, and we appreciate you for that. But go and find a lawyer that has eyes and they can see, and let them draft out proper documentation for that thing you are about to own. It is your responsibility to find out that every agreement you are going into, you don't sign anything under duress. There is fine print there. Take it to a lawyer to read it for you. Somebody that has your best interest. Let them interpret what is written there. Before you just go ahead and sign, you are happy about what they have told you. Proper documentation before you put your signature and seal into anything, your thumbprint into anything. So this generation, let's do better than this for ourselves. While I was growing up, for people that were born in the time of life when I was born, there were so many TV programs that was centered on dispute over land. I grew up in Ibadan. There were just 2 channels on TV at the time I was in elementary school. NTA Ibadan and BCS, the Broadcasting Corporation of Oyo State. There was a program on NTA called Àbọrú. It was about land dispute. There was a program on BCS called Shodabe. It was about land dispute. Every week, there is a new family. They are not telling us stories, so people are physically there coming to. It became. I used to wonder, like, how do these people go into all of this without documentation? That is it. Land dispute has claimed the life of so many people in sub-Saharan Africa than you know. It has broken so many families and relationships than you know, and it could have been avoided. The legal part of Ifa is telling us that when ownership is ignored and not established, fight and quarrel will always follow. Those of you that you are having children, as long as you have 2 and it's not 1, please make proper arrangement for how your assets and everything will be divided. Oh, my children love each other. They will share it amicably. Why are you putting them through stress? No, I don't understand. Why do people feel the need to do that? You have worked hard for money. You have left this world. You've now put your family into chaos. Look at what happened in the movie Chief Daddy. The man has gone, oh, even in his afterlife, he was still causing commotion in his family over what? Property. Don't put your children into that scenario. Let everything be clearly defined. Let every ownership be clearly defined. If you buy shares in a company, let it be clearly defined. Employ the services of an investment legal professional to guide you into it. Ifa has said it. Ifa is not halfway. I told my mom about that. I told her to save 50K every month and 180 monthly to she put all Mrs. Okay, I don't get the story, but I understand what you're trying to say. So yeah, please take that seriously as you move forward. No matter how little it is, make sure that everything you are doing is well documented. You are building a company, you are building a brand, and your brand has to do with your brand has to do with production. As you document your production process, get legal binding for it. In case any of your staff one day slips on your production process, make sure that there are legal documentation to prevent them from duplicating this your secret. When people are coming to work for you in your office, make sure they sign NDAs and anything that is necessary to protect your company. I hate to hear people say, oh, this person came to work for me and they stole my idea, they stole my business secret. They didn't steal it, you left it there unattended to and they took it. Because if you know that that thing is important to you, you will make sure that laws are binding it. So in case it gets slipped and missing, anybody that tries to use it, the law can go after them on your behalf. That is what it takes to build a structure. which is why I said register at the Ifa Business School to understand the difference between what you are building right now and how to build generational wealth. What a lot of you is doing right now is just you are buying and selling so that you can eat, so that you can buy bag, so that you can pay school fees and buy a house. Business is more than that. Building a company and an establishment is way more than that. Ifa is pointing this out to you. Normalize seeking the help of legal professionals. Yes, structure. Normalize seeking the help of legal professionals, particularly those of us in West Africa and some part of East Africa too, even to South Africa, even to the whole of Africa, even to people of color in the diaspora. The mentality that these professionals are too expensive. What? My business is a small one. I don't need a lawyer. Auntie, you need a lawyer from the moment you have a business idea. You are going to pitch your idea to somebody to help you. You need to make sure that that idea is copyrighted, is trademarked, is protected under the law as much as possible. I beg you, so that you will not come outside and be crying justice for Kinecom. We will just do justice for, and we will scroll and tap, and that's all. We are not going to give you justice online. There's nothing we can do to help you. So please, Ifa says not all hospitality is genuine. Some hosts harbor hidden intention. Do I need to repeat this? Not every hospitality is genuine. Ifa warned Orino of the kind of person that Okonjua is. It is possible for Orino to have gotten to the house of Okonjua and said, how can his first say this person is a bad person? See how this person is loving me and taking care of me. In fact, they gave me 2 beds to sleep on. They served me two plates of food and gave me 2 spoons to eat at the same time. How can anybody do that if they are not nice? In fact, he left his room for me to sleep there. Ifa has already warned you. Go there, enjoy the benefits, but have it behind your mind, at the back of your mind, that Okonjua will always be Okonjua. Mr. Dayo P1, Ojúmọ́ Ire, Ojúmọ́ Ayọ̀ fún yín. Okonjua will always be Okonjua. Don't lose guard. Masun, don't be carried away. Don't be carried away. Ifa has warned you about who this person is already. I have a client, we are still on that case. She came asking me about 2 people. We did the divination. Ifa picks one. I don't know both of them. And she said, Iyanifa, this person that Ifa picked, he's still struggling in life. Oh. He's still trying to make it. I mean, I don't want anybody that will be. Why did you bring it out as an option? Because I don't understand. The person is still struggling in life. Why did you send the person's name to me as an option? You sent me 2 options. Ifa picks the better one of both of them that aligns with your destiny. You are now complaining the person doesn't have money. So, as you all know, she did not choose the person Ifa said she should go for. She followed the other person because, in fairness to that person, the person is a nice person. The person was taking care of her, doing this for her, doing that for her. The day that the calabash was going to break on top of her head, she didn't know the person was involved in all sorts of shady things. The person will send her money, huge amounts of money. Oh, babe, I just sent in 20 million to your account. You take 5 million. Help me send this to this person. Use this to buy something for this person. Use this to buy that for this person. They were using her account to siphon money to different places. And when they started investigating, all fingers were pointing to her. And they called her. She went there with confidence. Oh, it's my boyfriend that is giving it to me. What does your boyfriend do? He works in oil and gas. You have followed him to his office before. I know it's a very, oil and gas is very stressful. And as a soft girl, he doesn't want me to go there. When the lights shined in her eyes, she realized she was at the center of a huge scam deal. And she has been involved in it for months without knowing. There was no way she could exonerate herself. Because how will somebody's son that is working hard for money be sending in 20 million? I'm not saying you cannot send it to you. but there are some questions you need to ask. But she couldn't come back to me to ask because Ifa had already warned her. When the whole situation now became a mess that she couldn't handle on her own, family members had pulled all the strings they could pull, nobody could do anything. She remembered Iyanifa is still there. Please keep clicking on your screen. And she called, and we asked Ifa. The first Odù that came out was Ifa says, first of all, return all the money. Iyanifa, most of that money I've spent it. The one you have not spent, the assets you bought, everything. Tell them at the place where they held you that you are ready to release everything. You didn't know what it was meant for. Start with that. Then Ifa says, Ebo, Etutu, here, this and this and this and that. After a couple of weeks of Etutu, back to back, Ebo back to back, the guy came himself to explain and narrate the whole thing. And he had done that with so many other girls. So they called the different women up to say, oh, did you experience this pattern with this person? They said yes. That was how she was able to get herself out of it. But not without draining her physically, mentally, emotionally, putting her entire family into trouble, putting a dent on her integrity and her image. The people that have heard she was involved in a scam, she and her boyfriend are XYZ ABC, they will not hear that she wasn't part of it again. And Ifa will warn you. But no, Ifa says here that not all hospitality is genuine. Life should have taught you that as an adult person. People come to make divination only when they think there is a problem. Only in Gontoda, Onfe Wuri, Onfe Idafa, Itoku die kato no Ifa lamandasi. Whether something is going good or there is a little challenge, always ask Ifa. This thing that is going good today, Iyanifa, please, I want to ask. My divination is so that I will not take the wrong step, so that it will not go south, so that it will not go sour. Ifa will tell you what to do to guide you against having a good experience becoming major problem for you. Following the instructions of Ifa is important. The next lesson, Ifa says, spiritual protection is needed when you are entering unfamiliar spaces. Ifa is expensive though. Okay, please, the person that asked that question, Princess Extraordinary, let me ask you a question. Are you Nigerian? Are you African? I'm trying to get at something. Because for you to say Ifa is expensive, you're probably Nigerian or African or something. So please, you are. Let me ask you, please, is food expensive or food is cheap? Is rent expensive or rent is cheap? Is school fees expensive or cheap? Is flight ticket expensive or cheap? Is medical health expensive or cheap? Everything is expensive. Everything we use for Ifa is happening within this same economy. The Ifa priest is paying house rent, and if he's not paying house rent, he bought that land at the expensive price and built that house. Ifa priest is paying power bills, just like you are complaining that power is expensive. The people that are working in the shrine of the Ifa priest, they are eating the same food that you are complaining is expensive. Their children are going to school, the same school that you are complaining is expensive. When an Ifa priest needs to move from one point to another, he's transporting himself on the same fuel that you said is expensive. When he goes to market to buy ram and goat for your spiritual work, the same way your caterers are complaining that cow has become expensive, that's the same place that Ifa priest is buying from. Sure, you see now. So at the end of the day, life is the one that is expensive. So our iwure should be that may we be able to afford the good things of life. So as you are able to find a way to afford your rent and your bills and your medical bills and school fees and ashrebi and new phone, pray that you are also able to afford Ifa. Vex, I'm not vexed. Why would I be upset with you? I'm here to teach you. You asked the question and I've broken it down for you. And I'm glad you understand it now. So Ifa is not expensive. You are the one that you need to tell your worry that the things of life, I want to be able to afford it. And put Ifa on a budget. Is that okay? Put it on a budget so that we can afford it. Last year, Elédùmarè, Ajé will make it easy for every one of us. Our orishas will make it easy for us to do everything we are supposed to do. Ifa says spiritual protection is needed in unfamiliar places. Spiritual protection is needed when you are entering unfamiliar places. This year is unfamiliar to you and I. We need spiritual protection. That relationship you are going to is unfamiliar. You need spiritual protection. Even if it is a business you are already in, this new phase you are going into is unfamiliar. You need spiritual protection. That friendship you have delved into, that location, that new house, it's unfamiliar territory for you. You need spiritual protection. You need spiritual protection. You need spiritual protection in the different forms that it comes. Some of them are taken orally. You need it. Some of them are incisions done on your body. You need it. Some of them you used to wash. You need it. Ifa is simple because when it comes to Ifa, I cannot. How can they be doing incision on my body? It is demonic. It is evil. I cannot be swallowing these things. But that is the same way Western medicine administers medication. Medication is given to you either orally, tablet, capsule, syrup, whatever it is, suspension, is taken orally. IV and IM, intramuscular, intravenous, is taken directly into your bloodstream. That is the same thing incision does. It puts it directly into your bloodstream. You take it in the hospital every day. You take shots. You take drip. Surgery. They open you and put something there. It's the same thing. Some of the medications are applied topically. You put it on your skin. Your doctor can give you something, use it to massage and use it to rub this place. It's the same one as the soap and the oil that the Ifa priest will give you. So what exactly is the problem? What exactly is the problem? Nothing. It's just your mind, misconceptions and lies that they told you to make you see the same thing in different ways. You can go to your skincare vendor and they will mix and match different things for you. You can go to Ghana and be looking for authentic black soap. Thank you so much for that. And you can use it. But when an Ifa priest gives you, that's when black is the color of the devil. But when Father Christmas is dressing in black, it's not color of the devil. Red and black is the color of Christmas. So it's not a wrapper, it's a dress. It's a layered dress. This is one layer, and there is another layer, and there is a 3-layered flowing floral dress. Very gorgeous and royal. Eshegoni, thank you so much. I appreciate it. So you need spiritual protection on every level. On every level, you need spiritual protection. We all need it. An incident happened last night between around one of my clients. She's on this live streaming now. It's a personal thing, so I won't mention her name. She did a divination for her brother. The man has been going through a very critical situation. I had to go to one of my other friends to help her, in setting up her shrine. So I told the babas on my team to do the divination. They did it, sent in the result. They sent me a voice note after. Iyanifa, anything that you have in the house, you're no agbalagba, ebe agbalagba, use it. Oh, this man that we did a divination for, his situation is a critical one. We saw the effect. All of us have also tried to use for some different things, different spiritual protections for ourselves. What were we doing that yesterday? Just a divination. Ifani Kolanda. And I'm glad that my client understands Yoruba. So the voice note Baba sent to me, I forwarded it to her to say, listen to it. I even told her herself, make sure if you have any spiritual soap, use it tonight. Immediately, first thing tomorrow morning, let's make an etutu agbalagba for you. All of us are also doing it today, my entire team. Which is what when we try to explain to you guys the cost that goes into this thing. Somebody paid for divination. Because of that divination, We all have to go and use spiritual products. We are all going to do it to our neighbor today. And I'm not going to call the client to say, your brother's case is what is making us. We will use our money to do it. It's part of the hazard of the job. So spiritual protection, don't joke with it. Spiritual protection, don't joke with it. And from the indication of what Ifá says, àwọn tó wà nídìí ọ̀rọ̀ ẹni yẹn, they did not come to play. The only way I can take up that situation is if the client is ready to spend money. Àwọn ìyá àbíyè, àwọn ìyá mi, they are the ones that can handle it. No other person. Ìyẹn òun ṣiṣẹ́ babaláwo. No disrespect to babaláwo. Ìyẹn iṣẹ́ àwọn tó láyé ni. Iṣẹ́ àwọn tó láyé ni. Somebody said we will add it to the budget to consultation. If I ask you to bring 500k for consultation, that in case the situation yẹn bá lọ kó irú mọ́ iyọ̀, are you going to pay? You will not pay. Now all of you are looking for 5k consultation. Àwọn tó dẹ̀ ń ṣe consultation 5k fún mi tí nǹkan bá délẹ̀, this is what is always happening. I said all that to say, make sure that you are spiritually protected. Even those of us on this journey, on this walk, we know what we do. We know what we do. Yesterday, I had to do for every member of my family, even my staff that usually does translation from Yoruba to English. When we do the divination, it comes in Yoruba. So when you receive it in English, one of my staff is the one interpreting. I called him immediately. Take this and take this and take this. Tomorrow morning, Ebo Etutu immediately. Because we are not here to help somebody else, which is why I make that ìwúre every day. And let me repeat it. Gbogbo babaláwo, gbogbo Iyanifa, baba lóríṣà, ìyá lóríṣà, àwọn àpẹtẹ̀bí, àwọn eléwé ọmọ, àwọn oníṣègùn, gbogbo àwọn alágbo, gbogbo àwọn tó ń jókòó ṣiṣẹ́ òrìṣà, láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, àní fọmọ ṣiṣẹ́, àní fọkọ ṣiṣẹ́, àní fàyà ṣiṣẹ́, àní farawa ṣiṣẹ́. Iṣẹ́ tẹ́lẹ́dùmarè ti parí, iṣẹ́ táwọn ìyá mi Ọ̀pàkẹ́ Àlàkẹ́ ti yọ́nú sí, òun ló máa gbé wá fún wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àní ṣiṣẹ́ o. Iṣẹ́ ayé là ń ṣe, iṣẹ́ ayé òun là ń ṣe. Elédùmarè, àwọn aláṣẹkù wọ́n bá wa ṣe tiwa láṣẹ pé wọn ò ní dá wa dá láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Thank you so much for the gift. So, spiritual protection for you too. This client that sent her brother's name, she said it out of pain for her. How can I be watching the firstborn of our family go through something like this? Even their mother, Bikita, she's not doing anything about it. And she decided to take it upon herself, she and another brother in the family, that anywhere we need to go to, let's help our brother out of this situation. That's what she wanted to do. Is there anything wrong in you wanting to help your brother, the eldest one in the family? There's nothing wrong in that. But in all of it, protect yourself. In all of it, protect yourself. Spiritual protection, please don't joke with it. As you are going through life, you are trying to be nice to somebody. You are trying to be good to somebody. You don't know what they are carrying. Protect yourself spiritually. They are spiritual products. The person asking how, send a message to the WhatsApp number that is pinned on your screen. There are different forms of spiritual protection. It depends on the one that you can afford. Bówó ẹ bá ṣe pọ̀ sí ló ṣe máa gbádùn òyìnbó sí. Bówó ẹ bá ṣe pọ̀ sí ló ṣe máa jẹun sí. So it depends on what you can afford. There are different forms of spiritual protection. The other day I spoke to you people about spiritual first aid. This my client, funny enough, she just got delivery of her spiritual first aid kit a couple of weeks ago, less than a month. That's the one she had to use last night. Spiritual first aid. Have it in your house. In case anything, you have something to run to and take. At this stage, as a person of color, the only spiritual products you have in your house is bay leaf and salt. You better go and put it inside rice and cook correct Nigerian jollof. You think the people in your village is bay leaf that will take care of them? You think it's salt? Especially if you come from the side of the world where I come from. The spiritual protection in your house is bay leaf and tikitoni, you know. Apart from bay leaf and salt, what other things you used to have? lemon and black pepper and kiniko. Go and make very good smoothie and eat. If you are looking for spiritual protection, you know where to find it. I'm not saying bay leaf does not work. Every herb has their own power. But the level that we are talking about, you need something that is way beyond that. Look at what Ifa described that this man should use here. Let's read it in Yoruba so you understand what we are saying. Ifa ní amagun ewé ìtàgìrì, ewé ẹṣin wàrà àti ọṣẹ ẹgbẹ̀fà. Ẹgbẹ̀fà. That's 120, abi 1,200. They said they will mix which leaves? Tagiri leaves, Eshinwara leaves, black soap, either 120 or 1,200. Kilonje Egbefa. Mix it together and tell the person to bathe with it from head to toe. If I said put the mixture at the corner of the house, the blood of the hen will be poured on it, mix with it, then the person will bath it from head to toe. That's spiritual work. It's not bay leaf, it's not thyme and curry and salt and brown sugar. Do you deliver to the US? That's our second home. I lived the majority part of my life there, so don't worry. Anywhere you are, UK, US, Canada, South Africa, Dubai, Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, at the moment you can have it delivered to you. You can pick it up in a matter of days. Any other place outside of that, DHL will get it to you in 5 days, maximum of 5 days. DHL will get it to you. And if you are somebody that ships African products to your destination, you can send it to your shipper. But whichever way, it will reach you. So Ifa says spiritual protection. The last lesson, Ifa says sacrifice prevent loss, humiliation, and unnecessary dispute. Ebo and Etutu will prevent loss, humiliation, and unnecessary dispute. There are some fights you are having in your life that is not necessary. There are some misunderstanding you are going through that is not necessary. There are some arguments. As small as argument, it can spiral into something that you are not able to control. And when everything now scatter, yam pepper scatter, you will now cast your mind back to recall, how did this thing even start? It wasn't supposed to go this way. There was an error you were supposed to do that you did not do. So ego and to sacrifice and appeasement, we prevent loss, humiliation, and unnecessary disputes. Life does. Some of you, you wake up every day with violence. You are going online looking for violence. You don't know that there is a spirit inside you that is attracting violence. Give ego and to let Ajogun carry that spirit and go. Life can be calm. Every day does not have to be gas. There's something in you that doesn't want you to have peace. There's something that is attracting chaos to you. Ebo and Etutu will take care of it. Oh, people cannot stay together without misunderstanding. Yes, but your own has become every day. Look at it. 6 days out of 7 days, you and your partner, there's always something to fight about. Always something to argue about. The moment you see them and they call you, babe, what is it? How do you manage it? I really need to know, how do people manage that thing? How are you comfortable being on the defensive and everything about you? And they will say, calm down, there's nothing. It's the way you call my name. Hello, bebo, hello, shitutu, hello, dafa. That's not normal life. That's not normal life. I beg you, that is not normal. Give the required sacrifice and appeasement. Let life come from a place of softness, a place of love, a place of peace. As much as it depends on you, you cannot experience it all day long, 24/7, 365 days for the rest of your life. But as much as you can, hey Joe. So Ifa says here, loss and humiliation. Sometimes billing they cause that one. Okay. So when you give Ebo and Etutu, you see the people that are billing you. Is either Ifa increases your source of income so that you can afford more money and you stop being angry about money, or Ifa increase their own source of income so that they too can take care of themselves. But Elédùmarè, something has to be done. It's not normal. It's like a father that is angry when his children is asking him for something because he thinks they want to ask for something. What are they supposed to ask for if they don't ask for money? You are the one that needs to now ask yourself, why am I always angry because of him? Is one of two things. Is either you don't think the person deserves it, or you cannot afford it. If the person doesn't deserve it, let them know straight up. If you cannot afford it, pray for more money, work for more money, consult Ajay for more money. Life is not supposed to be like that. You went to marry wife, you are complaining that she's asking you for money. I like the way Igbo people describe wife. You see how they say, how if an Igbo woman wants to introduce herself as a married woman, she will say Oriaku. For example, if her name is Ngozi, Gini bo aha gi, Ahambu Oriaku Ngozi. What is your name? My name is Oriaku Ngozi. Do you know what Oriaku means in Yoruba? In English, Oriaku means money eater, wealth eater. The one that came to your house to eat your money and your wealth. I love Igbo people. I love them. Oriaku simply means wealth eater, money eater. The woman came to your life to eat your money. So Ogbeni, when she asks you for money, don't squeeze your face. You will have left her in her father's house. But on a more serious note, if the reason you are always upset and angry and squeezing your face is money, I beg of you, go and make more money. Okay? Ego Oyinbo is foreign money. That's just that's just a way to hype a woman up. Ego Oyinbo simply means foreign money. It doesn't mean wife or Mrs. Oriaku is the word that they used to introduce, like when Yoruba says Iyafin Adeshola, we all know that means Mrs. Adeshola, Iyafin Adeshola. That is the mother in the palace of Mr. Adeshola. But in Igbo is wealth eater, money eater. Ask your Igbo friends. Igbo people on the live stream will confirm it. So she has come to your house to eat money, and the children she produces are little wealth eaters. All of them just need to eat money. So work hard and make more money so that they can eat it and everybody can smile. Is that okay? Thank you very much. So we're now going to, how do we apply this Ifa to our everyday lives? In our finances and in property ownership, Ifa says, be vigilant with possessions when dealing with others. Protect your assets legally and spiritually. Protect your assets legally and spiritually. Yes, if you buy a property, there are spiritual ways to protect that property. If you are building a house, there are spiritual ways to. If you are buying any assets, if you are investing in shares, there are spiritual ways to protect it. Protect your property both legally and spiritually. You might have all the documents, but in case a legal issue arises, you still need to employ a lawyer. Go to court before you win. We don't want to do all of that. We don't want to waste our time and resources doing all of that. So we go a step further to protect our assets and our possessions spiritually. Someone says, what did this person say? I love the fact that you explain and still go back to the agenda. More knowledge. That's why I'm a teacher. I did not use my full chest to start a university if I don't have educational qualities. Is that okay? I was born in a family of educationists. Everybody, my grandfather was a principal of the famous Wesley College of Science in Ibadan. He studied education and theology in the UK. All the children he has been teachers at one point. My mother also retired as a principal after serving 30 years in TESCOM, Oyo State Teaching Service Commission. My only sibling is also a lecturer in his own right, and I've been teaching in different forms. So, Elédùmarè ló fi fún wa, nǹkan tó rí fi rán wa, nǹkan táwọn Aláṣẹkù fi rán wa nìyẹn. Ṣé thank you. So we have talked about property and finances. Remember, be vigilant in your possessions Be vigilant in your dealings. When you buy property, make sure that it is protected legally and spiritually. Ifa says in your relationship and in trust, not everybody who welcomes you has good intention. Discernment is essential, and the best way to discern human intention is not by looking into their eyes, because as you are looking at my face now, you don't know what I'm thinking in my mind. You cannot know by looking at me. You cannot observe people. I'm not saying don't observe people, but you cannot. You cannot, especially if you are trying to understand a woman. Ogbeni, you can't graduate. It's not possible. The only being that knows human being in and out is Olódùmarè, and the way Olódùmarè communicates that information is through Ifa. So as you're learning to know people, to discern their intentions for you, ask Ifa. There was a whole live streaming where we talk about friendship and knowing the intentions of our friends, and if they are serving us at this time. A friend can come into your life for a certain period. Once their time in your life is over, it will take a sour turn, and you are now telling yourself, this person has shown their true color. Their true color was the good side of them you saw. This side you are experiencing is because they no longer have any business in your life and you are still keeping them there. Is that okay? So you need to know what friendship you are having and how long it's supposed to stay around you. Excuse me, by consulting Ifa. In business and travel, Ifa says when you are entering into partnership, rental, shared spaces, safeguard your agreement and your boundaries. Safeguard your agreement and your boundaries. You see, Ifa is giving us teaching about boundaries. Some of you don't understand boundaries. Ifa says as you relate with people, establish boundaries. Establish clear boundaries. Ifa will tell you, this person is good, but their temper is 10 times 10 raised to power 10. You already know. So once it comes to that part, you know how to draw the line. Please keep clicking on your screen. Those of you on TikTok, keep clicking on your screen. So you need to establish boundaries, whatever relationship it is, with your partner, with your children, at your workplace, as you move into a new environment. Establish boundaries. Know what line people are not supposed to cross with you. And you only understand that when you have already defined yourself, when you already have instructions with Ifa. Ifa says this person is good, but when it comes to money, don't get involved with them. When it comes to money, there are so many great people that we see every day. Where else do you stream? On YouTube. We are currently streaming on YouTube. Iyanifa Ewa TV on YouTube right now. There are so many great people that you meet, but you can do anything with them. But when it comes to money, you yourself, you know you cannot trust this person with money. But there are other wonderful things they can do for you. So you know, when you make inquiries about that person from Ifa, Ifa will tell you what their strengths and their weaknesses, and you will know how to draw the boundaries. When it comes to your personal safety, Ifa says avoid environments that is driven by greed, that attracts conflict and attracts loss. Avoid environments that attract loss, greed, misunderstanding, arguments, unhealthy and toxic exchange of human interactions. Avoid it. There is a way, I've said this before, I will say it again. There is a way that you can create an enabling environment for negativity to thrive around you. So I need to make consultations on anyone and anywhere you are going. Yes, do you want to gamble with anywhere you are going? Or you want to gamble with anybody you are going to meet? You don't want to gamble with anything in life. One wrong decision can mess up the whole pack of cards. Wọ́n ní sókègèrè báyìí òun ló ń bàdí jẹ́. A little extra pinch of salt and the whole jollof rice is a mess. How do I understand and get answers from Ifa? Send a message to the WhatsApp number that is pinned on your screen right now, and you will be guided on how to get a divination. So I was talking about how you can create an enabling environment for negativity to thrive around you. You are somebody that is making success. What's sounding there? Are you seriously doing that right now? You can have good things happening to you. You are getting progress, you are doing this, you are doing that, and then you speak about it in such a way that it comes off as if you are rubbing it in the face of the people around you. They are still struggling to make ends meet in life. They are human beings. Yes, they love you. Yes, you trust them. But there is a way you keep talking about your wins, that this person that loves you will get home one day and start thinking, God, is it only me? Is it only me? Then they will sit down and talk to other friends that don't know you. My friend said today her husband bought her a car. Tomorrow again they are just, my friend said her husband brought her an all-expense trip. My friend said her husband bought her here. My friend said, even if they don't want to think about it, somebody around them can tell them, in the last 3 months that you and this girl have been friends, she's the only one that is making. Are you sure she's not using your star? Are you sure she's not using, you see? And then the person that was not thinking anything wrong about you starts to, you are the one that is creating an enabling environment for that. You add wisdom to the things that you are doing. I'm not saying hide. Oh, I'm not afraid. I'm not hiding for anybody. It's not, see, keeping something is not about fear. Ifa says, the things that we cover up is the one that has value. Even pregnancy, the day we are going to create it, we do it in covering and in silence. And then, by the time it becomes a full-blown baby in our womb, the whole world will see it. We cannot hide it then. But if you that is not fear, that is wisdom. You are working with somebody that you know they get upset easily. Don't create an enabling environment for them to get angry and then complain that they are angry. You know the person you are working with, this is their challenge, this is their downside, this is what they are struggling with based on their childhood trauma, based on this or this. You chose to be with them, or circumstances have brought you together. Don't create an enabling environment that will trigger them. You are responsible for that. So make sure that you don't do this. Avoid environments that is driven by fear, and you too don't create an enabling environment for it. Let people feel safe around you and look for safe places. Once you sense any unsafety, you sense anything that your spirit is warning you against, ask Ifa. Once Ifa says take yourself out of that situation, apply wisdom and take yourself out of it. The last aspect of applying this to our everyday life is in our spiritual protection. Ifa says ritual cleansing and sacrifice provide unseen protection in hostile and uncertain environments. So as much as we are getting instructions from Ifa, there are so many uncertainties. Make sure that you have spiritual protection. Your spiritual soaps, your spiritual amulets, your spiritual incision, anything, whatever form it comes, everything that you can do to protect yourself, please do it. What is the green and brown bead on your right hand? Is it a fashion accessory? There is nothing on me that is a fashion accessory. I've passed the stage of fashion accessory in this life. This is the color symbol for Ifa. The green represents leaves, vegetation. The brown represents the earth. This simply says Ewe Dego. Ewe Adego. That's the combination of what Ifa is. Ewe is leaf, Ego is the root or the soil. That is exactly what life is. This is the color of life. Everything takes its source from the earth. Everything in life feeds directly or indirectly on plants. That's what we use for healing, for everything that we are doing. Whether you are vegetarian, you feed on, what is it called, on plants. Those of you that feed on animal, the animal you feed on is feeding on plants. Everything is revolving around these two things. So this is the color symbol of Ifa and is the color symbol of life. Is that okay? So you receive this not as a fashion accessory. When you do your Itefa, that is loosely called Ifa initiation, when you come into Ifa to identify with Ifa and receive your own guide in your destiny, that is when you receive this. So it's going to come as a hand bracelet and it's going to come as a neck bracelet. I'm not using my neck bracelet today because I have this beautiful cowries that is representing Ajay on me. I hope I've answered your question. So we are wrapping this up by making our Iwure. I will be reading the Iwure in English and you will type Ashe in the comment section. Ifa says, Lashe Edumare, what belongs to me will never be taken away from me by force. Nǹkan tó jẹ́ tèmi, ọmọ aráyé ò ní fipá gbà lọ́wọ́ mi, Lashe Edumare. What is mine will not be taken away from me forcefully by force, Lashe Edumare. Greed will never draw conflict into my path, Lashe Edumare. Ọ̀kánjúà kò ní fa wàhálà àti ìdààmú sọ́nà mi sí ìrìn àjò ilé ayé mi, Lashe Edumare. Ifa says, my Ori protects my possessions anywhere I go, whether physical possessions, material possessions, spiritual, or my relationships. My Ori protects them everywhere I go, Lashe Edumare. Ori mi àtẹlẹ́dàá mi ó ń dáàbò bo gbogbo nǹkan ní mi, Lashe Edumare. I enter places with peace and I live with my honor intact. Mo fi ìfọ̀kànbalẹ̀ àti ìdùnnú wọ gbogbo bí tí mo bá lọ, aṣọ iyì mi ò dẹ̀ ní fàya níbẹ̀, Lashe Edumare. Ijó àti ayọ̀ ni mo fi wọlé, iyì àtẹ̀yẹ ni mo fi máa jáde, Lashe Edumare. Ọmọ aláyé ò ní faṣọ iyì wa ya. We enter with joy and with peace. We will walk out of there with our dignity and our honor intact, Lashe Edumare. Quarrel and loss will stay far away from me. Ìjà, gbólóhùn asọ̀, ìdààmú, Lashe Edumare, kí èṣù kó bá wa gbé kúrò, kí èṣù bá wa lé àwọn ajogun kúrò, Lashe Edumare. As I make my sacrifice and appeasement, may it is accepted and it is speaking good for me. Bí mo ṣe ń rúbọ, tí mò ń ṣètùtù, Lashe Edumare, àwọn tó láyé àgbà, àwọn tó nílẹ̀ á yọ́nú sí. Igúnnugún tí ń jẹbọ ọ̀ṣálú ayé á jẹbọ tèmi. Àkàlàmàgbò tí ń jẹbọ ọ̀ṣálú ọ̀run á jẹbọ tèmi. Ẹbọ á fín, ẹbọ á dà, ẹbọ á dòde ọ̀run, Lashe Edumare. Àṣẹ. Àbọrú, Àbọyè, Àbọṣíṣẹ o. Mo ṣe ogbó atọ́, àsúre ìwòrìwò fún. Mo ṣe ogbó atọ́, ogbó ẹdun, ogbó alàwòrò lótùfẹ̀, ogbó kọrin kése fún gbogbo ọmọlé Ajíbọ́lá. We've come to the end of another episode of Ashe for today. We were teaching on Odù Ifá, Ògúndá, Òfún today, and I'm sure that you have received lessons and blessings, guidance and instructions from Ifa, and you have picked the one that you are going to apply to your life. Because that's the koko. I'm not here to tell you story. If you want to watch story, go to African Magic. Exactly. But here I'm teaching you how to gain wisdom from Ifa to apply it to your life. So your own part is to go and apply these things to improve your everyday life. Sit down and ask yourself, which part of this instruction and teaching today am I lacking? Which one am I not paying attention to? And begin to work at it. Shoyeyi, send a message to the WhatsApp number showing on your screen to get a divination. For the new year, for your new marriage, for your new home, for a business transaction, for something about your life, tó rú ẹ lójú tí ò yẹ, Ifá tan ìmọ́lẹ̀ sí, Ifá will guide us. Ifá is the GPS of life. Ifá ni afinimọ̀nà ọmọ aráyé. Where are you located? In Nigeria. In Nigeria. Emphasis again on Nigeria. Send a message to the WhatsApp number on your screen and let me know what you need so that we'll know which of my shrines you will meet me. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ tí Ìtẹ̀fá, if you have not done your Ìtẹ̀fá, Ìtẹ̀fá is that Ifá divination that tells you about your purpose and your path in this life. If you are still walking through this life gambling about, I don't know what to do, I don't know what works for me, you don't know who to marry, what business to do, what career to build, what place to live, you don't even know your taboos, you don't know what to avoid, you don't know the medical conditions you are likely to go through in life and how to avoid it, you don't have an idea what your life is at all, send a message to the WhatsApp number pinned on your screen and do your Itefa. Receive the manual for your own life and begin to live life with direction. Not, they said we should do this here and they said we should do this here. Some of you are on YouTube writing spiritual recipe. Put one snail and mix it with one crab and 3 pieces of fish. Grind it together with a soap. Meanwhile, the taboo of your Odù, snail is there, fish is there, crab is there. You have taken your taboo, otificial, otifirara, and you are wondering why life is turning upside down. Why your situation is turning on its own. You don't know that you are the one that stepped out of line, but you didn't know because what? You have not received your Itefa. I beg you today. The best time you should have done that was at the time of birth. In Yoruba tradition, the moment a child is born, 3 days later, before the naming ceremony at all, this divination is done. To know who that child is, what they are here to do, what their purpose in life is, including the name that that child will bear. Ifa gives you everything. Everything. But your father and your mother did not do that out of ignorance. Do you also want to continue to carry that ignorance? Some of you have children. You are the one that is deciding, I want this one to study law. You will study medicine. You look like a footballer. You will be a painter. You are determining the life of people you did not create. You yourself, you have not made a headway. You are still navigating life. You think you are in the position to direct them without the knowledge of the one that actually sent them into this life. So if you have not done your Itefa, this is the time to do it. Send a message to the WhatsApp number that is pinned on your screen. Those of you in the diaspora, we are preparing, how would I put it, a collective Itefa to bring people from the US, particularly from North America, to Nigeria for their Itefa in April. Either April or May, we'll fix a time. So as you are filing your taxes and you are getting your tax refund, put money aside to do your Itefa. We would arrange from your visa to your ticket to your accommodation to your Itefa. We would go beyond doing Itefa. If you have an Orisha to be initiated, to loosely using the word initiated, you would have that done. You will see the environment where your ancestors had life. You will see your own people. Where you take your source, you will see how life works around there. And those of you that probably have a calling to become a Babalawo, Iyanifa, Babalorisha, Iyalorisha, you are at the right place. Head over to the website ifacollege.ng and start to learn. Pick up a course today and start to learn. Ifa is an embodiment of knowledge. Ifa is not, oh please, I just want to buy soap. Ifa is more than that. We read about the legal part of life in Ifa today. Relationship, we talked about it today. Your personal journey, we talked about it today. Your spiritual health, we talked about it today. How to navigate business and life, we talked about all of that in Ifa today. Ifa contains everything, and you also need that knowledge. Ashe for today will continue again tomorrow, 6 a.m. Nigerian time, 5 a.m. for those of you on GMT, that's UK and Ghana, 12 midnight or 12 a.m. for those of you on the EST time zone. And I will be here again tomorrow. Before we round off, if you have any questions, please ask. If you have a personal question that you cannot share, just send a message to the WhatsApp number that is pinned on your screen right now. Don't forget to visit the website and register for Ifa Business School. Those of you in the business class, I am loving our classes. I'm loving your responses. You probably worked in radio or TV because you do it so well. I've never worked for anybody before in my life. Never. I have never. I've always been an entrepreneur. I've always grown businesses, even way back when I was in uni. I've never worked in TV station. I've never worked anywhere. Everything you see today is my ancestors showing the energy and the call. This is me answering my calling, the thing I came to life to do. So if you find that thing you came to life to do, you will do it effortlessly without any formal or Western education or experience in it. I didn't study education, mass communication, nothing close to it. My first degree is in computer engineering technology, and I have an MBA. Every other thing in between is me finding my path in Ifa. The moment you find your own path, what you are supposed to be doing, it flows effortlessly, which is why I said, come and do your Itefa. Most people are struggling where they are because they don't have any business there. I'm not saying that when you are on your path in life, there won't be challenges, but there's a difference between challenges and just constantly struggling. Constantly struggling. Life is better than that. Life is better than that, and you need to find it out for yourself. Is that okay? In absence of question, let us make our Iwure. Iwure is how we make prayers in Yoruba land. Iwure is prayer. To dig up blessings, that's what we simply do when we do our prayers. Akoda aye asheba, asheba sheda. Àṣèbà tí wáyé ọjọ́, àṣèbà tí wọ̀ oòrùn. Elédùmarè ọba tẹ́rẹrẹ kárí ayé, àṣèbà àníkíbà wá ṣẹun. Ọ̀rọ̀ ọmọ níṣẹ́ fàyà tí àṣèbà. Ọba tó lọ kọrin kése, ẹ̀rù jẹ̀jẹ̀ tí ń mí gbó kìjikìji, àṣèbà. Ọba lánàá, ọba lénìí, ọba títí ayérayé, àṣẹ̀dá, àmẹ̀dá, àwẹ̀dá, kábíyèsí ọba tí ń fọba jẹ. Ọ̀rọ̀ ọmọ níṣẹ́ fàyà tí àṣèbà. Ọba tó lọ kọrin kése, ọba lánàá, ọba lénìí, ọba títí ayérayé, Elédùmarè ọba òkè, ọba tó ṣílẹ̀kùn ọjọ́ ìní, àṣèbà ooo, àníkíbà wá ṣẹ. Ajagunmalè olúwe òde ọ̀run, àṣèbà. Olúbíkin ọ̀sán ìbíkin, àṣèbà. Àṣèbà òkè, àṣèbà ilẹ̀, àṣèbà àníkíbà wá ṣẹ o. Àṣèbà gbogbo àwọn òrìṣà tá à ń ṣọ̀sẹ̀ lẹ́yìn, àníkọ́lọ́sẹ̀ ó gbà á, kọ́ má dà sí wa lára o, kíbà wá ṣẹ. Ẹ̀yin ìyá mi ọ̀pàkẹ́ àlàkẹ́, ẹ̀yin alágogo idẹ, ẹ̀yin ìyá mi òṣòro mọ̀nìgà, ẹ̀yin olókìkí òru, ẹ̀yin àtẹ̀lọ̀jòrò òru, ẹ̀yin apanimáyọ̀dà, ẹ̀yin ògbẹ́kún ọmọ ẹ̀ka tí wéré, ẹ̀yin abiyamọ ọlọ́jà gbọ̀rọ̀gbọ̀rọ̀, abiyamọ ayé, abiyamọ ọ̀run, àṣèbà, àṣèbà, àṣèbà. Arógbaṣọ má balẹ̀, ọlọ́mú kan tí ń fún gba ọmọ ọlọ́mú, ẹlẹ́sẹ̀ kan tí ń bẹ́ lẹ́sẹ̀ méjì jà, ọ̀sà méjì, ọ̀sà ẹlẹ́yin, àṣèbà, àníkíbà wá ṣẹ ọ. Lórí gbogbo orí kọ̀ọ̀kan tó péjọpọ̀ síbí lẹ́yìn la ṣe ṣèbà. Ẹ̀yọ́nú yín la béèrè fún, àníkẹ́ ìyọ́nú sí wa. Àníkẹ́ sọ wá di ọmọ, àwa ti dọ́mọ àgbà, àwa ò kì í ṣẹ́ràn àgbà mọ́. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, ọ̀sà méjì àgbè wá, wọ́n á gbé wá délẹ̀. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, àní ríjà ayé o. Àwọn tẹ́lẹ̀dùmarè gbélé ayé lé lọ́wọ́, wọn ò ní bá wa jà, wọ́n á máa yọ́nú sí wa ní. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, kíbà wá ṣẹ o. Gbogbo òrìṣà tó dilẹ̀ káàárọ̀ òjíire mú, tá à ń pè, tá à ń gbẹ́bọ fún, tá à ń gbé tùtù fún, àṣèbà, àníkíbà wá ṣẹ ọ. Àwọn ìyá àti bàbá wa tó bí wa, àwọn ọlọ́kọ̀ tó wà wá wá sáyé, àwọn tó wà pẹ̀lú wa àtàwọn tó ti rebe àgbáre, àṣèbà àníkíbà wá ṣẹ. Àṣèbà egúngún, òrìṣà àwọn aláṣẹkù, àwọn tó ṣawo kù sẹ́yìn fún wa, àwọn tó ní ká máa ṣe fá, àwọn tó fi ẹ̀mí àti ara wọn tó fi jà fún fá, àṣèbà. Àwọn tó tẹ̀lú yìí dó, àwọn tó lànà táwọn á rìn lẹ́nu, àṣèbà àníkíbà wá ṣẹ ọ. Gbogbo lọ́balọ́ba níjòyè la ṣèbà fún. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin aláṣẹ ìkejì òòṣà nílẹ̀ káàárọ̀ òjíire, ibi tẹ́ ẹ ti ń jókòó ṣiṣẹ́ ẹrú mọlẹ̀, àníkádé ó pẹ́ lórí yín, àníkírùkẹ̀lẹ̀ pẹ́ lọ́wọ́, káṣẹ pẹ́ lẹ́nu, kí bàtà pẹ́ lẹ́sẹ̀, láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, àníkíbà wá ṣẹ ọ. Gbogbo lọ́balọ́ba níbi gbogbo tẹ́ ẹ bá wà, a ní ìlú òní torí yín tú, láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àwọn bàbá yín ti ṣe, ojú wọn ṣe, ájú yín ṣe, kò ní dàrú lójú ẹ̀mí yín, láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ajíbọ́lá mi ògbódò ọ̀rà, Ajíbọ́lá ẹ̀dán, ìyá mi àbẹ̀ní, mo ṣèbà onílé, mo ṣèbà ẹ̀dán, mo ní kíbà mi ṣẹ ọ. Gbogbo olúwo, ẹ̀yin olúwo mi àsápè ọlà, ẹ̀yin alábẹ́nú àsásí, ẹ̀yin ògbé màálù mi tiwotiwo, àṣèbà yín o, àníkíbà wá ṣẹ ọ. Ẹ̀yin lèkélèké gbàràdá mọ́dà àbíyè, gbogbo ìyá àbíyè nílé lóko lẹ́yìn odi ni mo ṣèbà fún. àbíyè ni wá ọ àní bí àbíkú láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Lékeléké gbàràdá ọ̀já tá a fi so àwọn ọmọ wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè àgbé wọn dalẹ̀ wọn ò ní tójú wa kú wọn ò ní ṣánkú lójú wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Gbogbo balógun gbogbo lísà gbogbo apènà látòkèdókè nílé ńlá nílé Ajíbọ́lá ni mo ṣèbà fún mo ní kí bá wa ṣe ọ orí àtẹlẹ́dà ẹnìkan kan tó péjọpọ̀ síbí lẹ́yìn mo ṣèbà àṣèbà Ifá àṣeré ìpà Ifá mo ṣèbà òrìṣà àṣeré ìpà òrìṣà àṣèbà gbogbo agbára tó solé ayé ró àṣèbà gbogbo orún mọlẹ̀ àní kí bá wa ṣe ọ a ti bọ́ sínú ẹ̀kọ́ fámi ìlẹ́yìn a ti kọ́ ọgbọ́n ìmọ̀ àti òye Ifá fi mọ̀ wá ire àtayọ̀ tó wà nínú ẹ̀ òun ló máa jẹ́ tiwa Ifá fa oore wá fún wa Ifá fa ibi dànù á ré ibi dànù lórí wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè èṣù náà ló ògiri òkò abẹ́ṣóńṣó lórí láàróyè á dúró tì wá á gbẹbọ wa á gbé fáwọn ajogun á lé àwọn ajogun jìnnà sí wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè èmi àti yín àní ràánú fẹsẹ̀ sí o láṣẹ Èdùmàrè àní tójú ayé mọ́lẹ̀ àní ràánú fẹsẹ̀ sí láṣẹ Èdùmàrè àṣẹ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè àní ràánú fẹsẹ̀ sí. Níbi gbogbo tá a bá kọjú sí ire àti ayọ̀ òun la máa bá níbẹ̀ torí wọ́n ní ire lójú owó ń rí ojú owó ò kì í rí bí ojú wa ò ní rí bí láṣẹ Èdùmàrè gbogbo àdáwọ́lé wa báyìí ire ló máa já sí gbogbo nǹkan tá à ń fọwọ́ ṣe gbogbo nǹkan tá a fi àárọ̀ ọjọ́ wa kójọ àní fẹ̀yìn ọwọ́ wa dànù orí ọwọ́ wa tẹ́lẹ̀dùmarè ti fún wa tájé ti fún wa kò ní pọ̀ dànù lọ́wọ́ wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Wọ́n ní àdáṣe ní humọ ìbà ọ̀gbọ́dọ̀ mú ọmọ ènìyàn èmi àti yín ti júbà lẹ́ni àdáṣe àti júbà fáwọn tó nílé àti júbà fónílé àti júbà fólóko àti júbà fáwọn òrìṣà àti júbà fáwọn ìyá mi àti júbà f'Elédùmarè wọ́n dẹ̀ ló di dandan ká roko dalẹ̀ èmi àti yín á roko dalẹ̀ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè oko ire la máa ro oko ọlá oko ọlà láṣẹ Èdùmàrè àìkú tí ń ṣe báyìí ọ̀rọ̀ òun ló máa jẹ́ tiwa tilé tọmọ tọkọtẹbí tará láṣẹ Èdùmàrè àwa ní ṣe lásán gbogbo làálàá kòókò jọ̀ǹjọ̀ tá à ń ṣe àní ṣe lásán láṣẹ Èdùmàrè gbogbo ibi tá a bá kọjú sí ire la máa bá níbẹ̀ wọ́n níjọ́ tí òrí bá fojú kan ọ̀run ìjọ yẹn ló ń yọ ọmọ aráyé máa yọ́nú sẹ́yìn àti yín iṣẹ́ ọkùnrin ní iṣẹ́ obìnrin ní iṣẹ́ ọmọdé ní àgbà ní dúdú ní funfun ní lẹ́bọ lóògùn ní àfàìmọ̀ ní ṣe ní aṣe ní tán bá ní dárò ní oṣó ilé ní àjẹ́ ilé ní babaláwo ní adáhunṣe ni oníṣègùn ni wọ́n á máa yọ́nú sí wa ní láṣẹ Èdùmàrè ẹ̀yọ́nú àwọn tó láyé ẹ̀yọ́nú àwọn tó nílẹ̀ ẹ̀yọ́nú àwọn ìyá mi òṣòro wọn nígbà òun lèmi àti ní á máa rí láṣẹ Èdùmàrè ọmọ aráyé ò ní pọ̀ dé àìmọ̀ṣe sí wa ọmọ aráyé ò ní pọ̀ dé àìmọ̀ṣe sí wa aṣọ yìí wa ò ní ya aṣọ ẹyẹ wa ò ní ya ọmọ aráyé ò ní fẹnu àtẹwí tiwa ẹnu iyọ̀ ló máa fi máa wí tèmi àti ní láṣẹ Èdùmàrè iyọ̀ ló ní kó máa fẹnu iyọ̀ wí tiwa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè níbi gbogbo tó bá ti wí tí wọ́n bá ti sọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀bànújẹ́ àtọ̀rọ̀ ìkà nítorí èmi àti a ní kó padà láṣẹ Èdùmàrè kó máa lọ fẹnu iyọ̀ wí tiwa kó máa fẹnu iyọ̀ wí tiwa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè ìṣọmọdé ni ìṣàgbàlagbà ni wọ́n máa dúró wọ́n máa yọ́nú sí wa ni àwọn èèyàn jankan-jankan lẹ́ẹ̀kan lórígun mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin àgbálá ayé yìí wọ́n á fi ajé wọn bò wá láṣìírí wọ́n á fi owó bò wá láṣìírí wọ́n á fi ọlá bò wá láṣìírí láṣẹ Èdùmàrè wọ́n ní ènìyàn láṣọ ògbóra wà Elédùmarè àwa gbé àwọn èèyàn bí èèyàn àwọn lórúkọ wọ́n á fi bò wá láṣìírí láṣẹ Èdùmàrè ọmọ aráyé ò ní sọ èmi àti yín sí wòwò ayé o ọmọ aráyé ò ní sọ èmi àti yín sí wòwò ayé o láṣẹ Èdùmàrè omi ò ní tán lẹ́yìn ẹja wa àwọn tó dúró tì wá àwọn tó ní ká máa ṣe wọn ní padà lẹ́yìn wa àwọn aláṣẹkù àwọn tó ṣàwòkù sẹ́yìn wọn á bèmí àti ní ṣe tiwa láṣẹ pé láṣẹ Èdùmàrè àìsàn kéré ó tóbi ni ó gbóògùn ni kò gbóògùn ni ọmọ aráyé ò ní fi kankan náà ẹ̀ ṣe wá wọn ò ní fi iṣan ara wa bá wa jà wọn ò ní fi ẹ̀jẹ̀ ara wa bá wa jà àní dùbúlẹ̀ àìsàn fọmọ ọmọ ò ní dùbúlẹ̀ àìsàn fún wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè owó tá a wá ń ṣiṣẹ́ fún ọlá tá à ń ṣiṣẹ́ fún àní fi wo àìsàn ọmọ aláyé ò ní lù wá ní jìbìtì ara wọn ò ní lù wá ní jìbìtì ẹ̀mí láṣẹ Èdùmàrè gbogbo àdáwọ́lé wa ire ló máa jábọ́ sí ire ló máa bọ́ sí láṣẹ Èdùmàrè Ògúnlákayé tó lànà falára á lànà fẹ́mi àti yín Ògúnlákayé tó lànà fàjèrò á lànà fẹ́mi àti yín láṣẹ Èdùmàrè wọ́n ní ọ̀nà kì í dímọ́ lọ́kọ́ ọ̀nà kì í dímọ́ ládàá ọ̀nà rírí jẹ ọ̀nà rírí mu ọ̀nà ìgbéga kò ní dímọ́ èmi àti yín láṣẹ Èdùmàrè ọ̀nà ọlá ò ní dímọ́ wa o ọ̀nà ọ̀la ò ní dí mọ́ wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Nǹkan tá a máa jẹ là ń wá, àní pàdé èyí tó máa jẹ wá lọ́nà láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àní báráyé fọwọ́ tì o, àní báráyé fọwọ́ tì o, àní taṣọ àgbàmọ́lẹ̀ o, aṣọ iyì wa ò ní yá o. Àwọn tó láyé àwọn tó nílẹ̀ wọn á máa yọ́nú sí wa. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ ti wá lọ sókè òkun, tẹ́ ẹ ti rìnrìn àjò, tẹ́ ẹ ti lọ sí, tẹ́ ẹ ti bọ́ sẹ́yìn odi, tẹ́ ẹ ti lọ sí ìlú ọba, èrè tó wà níbẹ̀ báyìí òun lẹ máa kó délé. Ire àti ire tó wà níbẹ̀ òun lèmi àti yín máa kó délé láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ẹ ní kú sọ́nà bí èéfín o, wọn ò ní fòkù yín ránṣẹ́ sílé o, ẹ ní fi ṣòkòtò pé ẹ ní fi roko ọba o. Àkóbá àdábá Elédùmarè ò ní jẹ́ kó jẹ́ tiwa o. Ẹ̀fọn ayé ò ní fún wa, èdè ayé ò ní dì wá. Bó ṣe lọ ló ṣe bọ̀ kò ní jẹ́ tèmi àti yín láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Gbogbo àwa alábíamọ, àwa tá a bímọ, àwa tá a gbọmọ tán lójú ẹ̀mí wa, àwọn ọmọ yẹn máa dirun, wọ́n máa digba. Ọmọ aráyé ò wá ní fi wọ́n dà wá láàmú láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Gbogbo bí gbogbo táwọn ọmọ wa bá lọ, ẹ̀yọ́nú Elédùmarè á ṣíwájú wọn lọ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ifá olókun asọ̀rọ̀ dayọ̀ á sọ̀rọ̀ wọn dayọ̀ níbẹ̀. Ibi tójú wa ò tó, ojú àwọn irúnmọlẹ̀ tó bẹ̀, wọ́n á dẹ̀ bá wa wo àwọn ọmọ tiwa láwòye láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ẹrù tálábíamọ yìí tú wọn nídé wá ká wa mọ́lé o. Àwọn ọmọ wa níjọ́ nǹkan ẹ̀yẹ wọn, níjọ́ nǹkan oríire wọn, níjọ́ nǹkan gbéga wọn, wọn ò ní fi wá ṣàwátì. Ọmọ aráyé ò ní dìde ìṣẹ́jú kan fún wa. Ọmọ aráyé ò ní gbà ṣe wa ṣe lórí àwọn ọmọ wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Bí iṣu ọmọ tá a wá ń gún báyìí tó bá jiná tán kò ní gbóná jù lẹ́nu wa, kò ní tutù jù lẹ́nu wa, kò ní há wa lọ́fun, kò ní kan lẹ́nu wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Gbogbo àdáwọ́lé wa báyìí ire ló máa yọ, ire ló máa bọ́ sí. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin alábíamọ, gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ diwọ́ tẹ́ ẹ di ìtẹ̀ sínú, gbogbo ẹ̀yin olóyún, gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ ti dábàrà méjì, bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń fẹsẹ̀ ọ̀tún kúnlẹ̀ lẹ́ máa fi tìkejì dìde láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àní gbòkú ọmọ, àní gbòkú ìyá láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Níjọ́ ìkúnlẹ̀ ẹ̀yin báyìí wọ́n ní bí ewé ṣe ń bọ́ lára igi tí ò ní igi lára, ọmọ yín máa wá sáyé kò ní ní yín lára láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ẹ̀jẹ̀ ò ní pọ̀ jù, ẹ̀jẹ̀ ò ní ṣaláìtó, omi ò ní pọ̀ jù, omi ò ní ṣaláìtó láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àní fìyà ṣàwátì, àní fọmọ ṣàwátì, bàbá ọmọ gan náà ò ní ṣàwátì láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àwọn ọmọ yẹn wá ń lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀ lẹ́yìn. Àwọn tó wá ń wojú Elédùmarè fọmọ, Ọ̀ṣun Ṣẹ̀ǹgẹ̀ṣẹ̀ olóyún ayọ̀ ládékojú ẹbọra tí ń gbé nínú omi, aṣọ ọmọ fún yín, ọmọ tó fi ń tọrọ ọmọ, ọmọ tó ń mú ìbáyà, ọmọ tó ń mú ọlá bá ìyá, òun ló máa ṣe fún yín. Òrìṣà ìbejì abáyín ṣe ní ìbejì làǹtìlanti láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Gbogbo nǹkan tá a wá nílò láti fi tọ́ àwọn ọmọ yẹn, ajé ni o, ọlá ni o, ọlà ni ọgbọ́n, ìmọ̀ àti òye ni Elédùmarè á fi ṣe nírọ̀rùn fún wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Tá a bá wá rẹ́ ẹni tó jókòó sínú òkùnkùn tó ń ta ọfà sínú ìmọ́lẹ̀ ayé wa, Ògúnlákayé ọ̀ṣun ìmọ̀lẹ̀ á fi ẹ̀jẹ̀ wọn pa títì láró láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ṣàngó kábíyèsí ọba Kòso á finá bá wọn jà. Ọ̀ṣun Ṣẹ̀ǹgẹ̀ṣẹ̀ olóyún ayọ̀ á pọnmi dà sínú wọn. Ẹni tó bá ń sọ̀kò ìbànújẹ́ wọn ní òkò tá a bá sọnù ọ̀pẹ̀lọpẹ̀ ń sọnù ni. Ẹni tó ń sọ̀kò ìbànújẹ́ nítorí èmi àti yín á padà sórí wọn. Gbogbo ẹni tó di ẹrù ọ̀ràn, ẹrù wàhálà, ẹrù ìdààmú ní ọdún tuntun tá a wọ̀ ní kó di dandan kó forí ara wọn gbé, torí ẹni tó bá ń ta ẹrù báyìí òun lérú wọ́tọ̀ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ìmọ̀ta ò ní ṣẹ lórí èmi àti yín, ìmọ̀ràn àwọn ẹni bí ò ní ṣẹ lórí èmi àti yín láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ire àti ayọ̀ báyìí tí Ifá mú wá òun ló máa jẹ́ tiwa délẹ̀. Wọ́n ní Ifá ni afinimọ̀nà ọmọ aráyé, Ifá máa fi wá mọ̀nà. Ibi tó rí wa ń gbé wa lọ, ẹsẹ̀ wa ò ní takò wá láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ìwúre tá a wá ṣe lénìí, àṣẹ ti gùn, arọ̀ ti rọ̀ mọ́, torí wọ́n ní àwíṣẹ́ ní tIfá, àfọ̀ṣẹ́ ní tọ̀rúnmìlà. Wọ́n ní àbátá lágẹmọ bá dá lòrìṣà òkè gbà ọ́. Ọmọ alágẹmọ ní mo sì ti dábàá lẹ́yìn, òrìṣà òkè ti bá wa fàṣẹ sí, torí wọ́n ní téyín iwájú bá gé ẹran, kèrìgì ń gbà ní. Èyí tá a wí lénìí, arọ̀ ti rọ̀ mọ́, àṣẹ ti gùn, ó ti rí bẹ́ẹ̀, ó ti ṣẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ ọ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Wọ́n ní táfẹ́fẹ́ bá fẹ́ akàn bí oko lára ni. Níbi gbogbo tẹ́ ẹ bá wà lénìí, afẹ́fẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ yìí, afẹ́fẹ́ ìwúre yìí á kàn yín lára, á mọ́ yín lórí, á mọ́ ẹlẹ́dàá yín lórí, orí yín ò ní kọ, ìṣẹ̀dá yín ò ní kọ. Ó ti rí bẹ́ẹ̀, ó ti ṣẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àṣẹ. Wọ́n ní kí Ifá ó bá wa ṣe, k'Elédùmarè ó bá wa ṣe. Àwọn tó ṣàwo kù sẹ́yìn kó bá wa ṣe. Wọ́n ní kí Ifá ó bá wa ṣe, k'Elédùmarè ó bá wa ṣe. Àwọn tó ṣàwo kù sẹ́yìn kó bá wa ṣe. Ifá bá wa ṣe, Elédùmarè á bá wa ṣe, àwọn tó ṣawo kù sẹ́yìn wọ́n á bá wa ṣe láṣẹ Èdùmarè. We've come to the end of today's live streaming. A kí onírú pé ó ṣe, a kí ọlọ́bẹ̀ pé ẹ̀yin náà ẹ ṣe, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ bá wa jẹ́, wọ́n ní ká kí yín pé ẹ kú àìbínú. Títí ọ̀la tá a tún máa pàdé lórí ètò Àṣẹ for Today. Èmi ní tí ní tòótọ́ ọ̀rẹ́ yín, ìyá yín, olólùfẹ́ yín, olóyè Iyanifa Ewa tí gbogbo ènìyàn mọ̀ sí Iyanifa Ewa. Yes. Until tomorrow when I will catch you live again 6 a.m. Nigerian time on another episode of Àṣẹ for Today. I remain your host, Chief Iyanifa Ewa, popularly known as Iyanifa Ewa. You can catch a replay of all our live streamings on the YouTube channel Iyanifa Ewa TV. Subscribe, turn on notification, and join. Click on join. You want to be able to make Iwure and improve in your Iwure? Subscribe. Go to the bio of this TikTok channel, ifacollect.ng, and subscribe for praying the right way in Ifa and ÌШẸШE, and continue to practice your Iwure. Iwure ni, we are not begging. You see everything I said today, there is no God help me, God help me. Kò sí nǹkan kan bẹ́ẹ̀, ẹ̀ ń wú ore jáde ni. ifacollect.ng is the website. Go and register for Ifa Business School. For women in Ifa and ÌШΕШE, the 30-day journal is still available. 30-day journal for women in Ifa and իշեշe. It's on the website ifacollect.ng. You can pre-order for the sacred text of the Odù Ifá, which is what we read out today. If you need a consultation and every other thing in between, you want to do your Etefa, buy spiritual products, blah, 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 just send a message to the WhatsApp number that is pinned on your screen. Thank you so much for your gifts, for your likes, for your shares, for your support. Ifá gbéwà, իշẹ́ṣe gbéwà, Ajé will multiply it with you. In the places where you need people to show up for you, àwọn èèyàn jàǹkànjàǹkàn lẹ́ẹ̀kan ló máa show up for you láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. You cannot read Yoruba, the website is in English. Nobody has written Yoruba for you to read. The website is in English. Everything you are learning is both in Yoruba and in English, so don't worry. Everything is there. Women in Ifa and իշẹ́ṣe, go and get your 30-day journal. Go and get your 30-day journal. Everything that is written in Yoruba is translated in English. Is that okay? So go to the website ifacollect.ng. The 3 buttons by the top right-hand corner will take you to the menu where you'll be able to see everything that we have available. Until tomorrow, thank you so much. My entire team is saying thank you, and we will see you tomorrow. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àṣẹ. We will see you tomorrow. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè.